Oh, we're here, but my guy Will isn't here. So we're gonna invite him to the chat. Yeah, invite. Let's give him a call. Let's see what he's saying. You know what I mean? Because he should be here with us shortly. But yes, people, we're back. We're back. And our guy Will is here as well. Will, what you telling me? You all good, yeah?
To make sure I was connected. We good?
Oh yeah, I can hear you now. You good, yeah?
Lit. Yeah, man.
Oh man, I'm good, broski. I'm good. I'm happy to be talking to you again on the platform, man. It's been
back.
Yeah, it's been a cool week or so, I guess, isn't it? Nah, absolutely, man. But yes, people, you know what it is again. It is the OnlyMans podcast, and this is episode 111. Yeah, make some noise for that. 111. That's the 1 3 times over. You know what I mean? And we're here again. Yes, we've been away for a little while. You know, we had some things going on. You know, which we're gonna get into in a little bit anyway. But now we're back. So, and I see you've gone to the YouTube page. You've listened to the last shits as well. We appreciate you guys for that, you know what I mean? But we're here again to give you another fun-filled episode of all of our shenanigans and hijinks, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the usual.
The usual. Will, how are you, my brother?
Unusual. I'm all
the
right.
Usual, unusual, innit?
Yeah, man, I'm all right, my boy. Just, yeah. I have it, yeah. Yeah, the journey back was a Mazzolini, fam. But yeah,
man. Bro.
I'm all right, my bro. How you doing?
Yeah, good man. Again, obviously we're gonna talk about it, shit, but yeah, had a interesting couple days, I should say. And although some plans have sort of changed around, it's good. You know what I mean? It's good. I'm good. We're here. You get what I mean? So, I say we run the intro. We get that out of the way. And we just get right into some shits.
Say less.
Yeah. If you can do me the honors, please, my brother.
Forgot how to do this.
It's been that long, yeah.
Hey, shout out to Keep It Life for Real. Drizz OnlyMans podcast. OnlyMans podcast. Say that shit for real. Man, this shit for real. OnlyMans podcast. Talking about some man shit. Ain't nobody playing around. These niggas like better than nasty. Damn, man, my diamonds be dancing. Talking about investments, romance, man shit, yeah, man shit, yeah. None of that he say bullshit. Whoa, man shit, yeah, man shit, yeah. Hey, real man in demand, bitch. Hey,
you know what I mean? Back like we never left. Back in at this one, yeah. Episode 111, 111. That's the 1 3 times over, just in case you didn't know. You know what I mean?
I think that's the spirit. That's the spirit number. That's the spirit.
For real, bro. And I'm here again with my guy, my trusted brethren, the most high, the most honorable, the RG head honcho. Make some noise for my guy, Super Life Will. Yeah. And of course, you have myself. You know what I mean? Oh, you have buttons on your side?
Nah, I don't got the buttons because I moved everything back upstairs today on the clean one.
Oh, Skeen. I thought I could hear buttons in the background. I was like, swear down, yeah. No, that's calm, bro. And of course, we have myself, Drizzy Francis, YM, Young Messiah, Lord Smoke, Lord Poseidon, Young Boy from the Grange, whatever you want to call him.
Intros from the Grange. And it was good.
And again, man, we back here for another week. Yes, we've been away. I think it's 2 weeks we've been away for now, to be fair. We've been busy, to be fair. Been busy little bees. So, where do you want to start, bro? Where would you like to start?
Well, okay. First of all, I want to just start with this whole train strike business. Yeah.
Okay.
In my humble opinion, as a regular motherfucker that just be getting on the trains from time to time to go places and do things from time to time and shit, I feel as though it's important that we have a transportation service that is timed and measurable. You know what I mean? Not only timed and measurable, but reliable at the same time.
Yeah.
You can't really have that, if half the people ain't coming into work because they ain't being paid enough. You feel what I'm saying?
That is true. It's true.
You can't really have a fully staffed fucking squad of people that are gonna take care of the people's needs. If half the people are like, these men ain't paying us. Fuck out of here. I ain't coming to work on Tuesday, fam. Or Wednesday and Thursday, fam. But due to contractual obligation, y'all gotta still pay me because I'm striking right now, fam.
Type shit, yeah.
So y'all better just give me the piece that you're supposed to, that I'm trying to argue for, fam. There ain't no time limit on that striking shit, fam. Yeah,
for real.
Next year if you want, bro.
They'll do it until certain changes, you know what I mean? Like,
man, they planning some more other strikes in December through January, fam.
Swear down.
Yeah.
They're about to go crazy.
Pay them niggas so we can just be about our business, fam.
You know what's dank about the strikes and stuff? You're like those sort of union-based kind of jobs. Like, they understand the power that they have in doing that. Do you get what I mean? Like, I know not everybody's doing it for the best intentions or whatever, but there's an understanding of like, yo, yeah, we need y'all because y'all pay us and but actually, you lot really need us, and we know that you need us. Type shit. You know what I mean? And it's like,
yeah, for real.
It's like, what are they called in America? Is it UPS or the Postal Service? One of them. But they was on strike recently as well. And they shit got bumped crazy, bro. Like, everybody's got pay rise. I think across like the lowest level jobs, it was like a 10 rack increase or something like that. Like, the entire company,
it's not. It's not. But even still, it's not. You know what I mean? It's not enough.
It's not enough. It's not to say that it's enough. I'm just saying, like, they understand the power that they wield in doing that. Do you get what I mean? They understand the power that they wield in saying, like, a stoppage of work until certain changes. It's like even with like the actors and shit that's going on now and the whole thing that they're doing, and like how their whole thing is like, yo, we ain't writing no more shows, we ain't writing no more shit until y'all figure this out. Now, I don't know if they're gonna get what they want, but I do respect it though. I do respect like those, because it's the people type thing in it. Like,
I respect it in the sense that they're trying to make the non-leagues have a minimum wage.
Yeah.
What I don't respect is Tom Cruise hopping out there talking about, we need to get paid more. Because he's the ones that's up there in the pay scale, and you need to get paid more, fam. It'll be like Ronaldo after he's fucking multi-billion-pound move to Saudi Arabia with all the businesses and all them things there, and knee her power and be like, nah, I should have got more peas still.
All right, hear me out. Hear me out on this one, because morally speaking, I agree with that. Morally speaking, I'm going to take it off Ronaldo and I'm going to use LeBron as an example to hear me out.
Yeah.
LeBron as a franchise player, LeBron as a legacy, like what LeBron will do for any basketball team that he goes to. You know what? A better example, actually, not for LeBron, but a better example is Messi to Inter Miami. Now, yeah, you're right. In terms of a principal thing, these people that are already million and billion or whatever as times over asking for more money, it's like, yo, get a fucking grip in it. How much more money do you need? I hear that. But in the example of, say, Messi, the influx of cash and wealth and all of this shit that team Inter Miami has received for the sole reason that Messi plays for their team. If I'm Messi, I'm saying, yo, I need a big check because I'm keeping the lights on, hypothetically. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. It's like, I hear you saying like how much money does someone need, but it's like, yeah, but if I am the kind of sole reason,
and that's always my argument when people be like, oh, footballers get paid too much. It's like, yeah, nah, if I'm the one that's making the people come out here and buy
bro,
and buy shirts, yeah, give me peace, bro.
Yeah, because you say footballers get paid too much, but how much do you think the owners of the club get paid? How much do you think like these dividends and stuff? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's a whole different thing.
And ending, fam. That's the point.
Yeah, do you get what I mean? And it's like, if I'm a Messi, I'm a Ronaldo, I'm one of these guys. I'm like, yo, off the sheer fact that I'm here, your sales is going to go through the roof for at least the next year. Like, y'all have to cut me something for that. Do you get what I mean? Like, y'all have to make that right. Because it's me, bro. No disrespect to the rest of the guys here, but I'm the one who go for like this episode, bro. Do you get what I mean? Like,
that's like, I don't mean to be racist, but
yeah, no disrespect, but like, do you get what I mean? It's one of them. Like, y'all have to cut me in somewhere here because this is me doing this type shit. So back to like say the actors and stuff we were talking about before. I hear you what you're saying about the Tom Cruise thing, but and I've never seen this film, Top Gun. I've never seen the new one or the newest one. I've never seen the original one. I've never given a fuck to watch Top Gun, right? But I can say, factually speaking, from like people I know that have gone and seen that shit, they wanted to see Tom Cruise in that shit. Like they wanted to see, and one of the major parts they went to go see that shit was because it was Tom Cruise reprising that role again. Do you get what I mean? And it's like,
that's what made people be like, oh,
a lot of people, bro, a lot of people say that because they thought they were going to recast it in because it's new and, you know, new shit.
Wow.
But like they said, nah, Tom Cruise is coming back. Like a lot of people rush to go see that shit. And so it's like, crazy. How much more money do you need? But at the same time, if I'm bringing these fuckers out their house to buy tickets, y'all have to like deal with me properly in it. Like I'm not a paid worker in that sense. Like I'm bringing people out their seats. Like y'all have to cut me in somewhere. Do you get what I mean? So now I think striking is cool. Again, I think a lot of people will use it for maybe not so pure intentions, just understanding the disruption that it causes. But I think kind of just in its ethos, in its like primitive sort of state, I guess. I do agree with the principle of striking. If you don't think you're being treated fairly, you remove. You know they always say like anywhere you go, you take your quality with you. You know what I mean, or you take your services with you type shit. It's like, well, if I don't think I'm being treated right, I'm going to withdraw my services because these are really important, and it's going to show you how important my services are. So you treat me right. Like,
bro, like the way I started this, I said, yo, pay them motherfuckers. Give them exactly what they asking for, because we need them motherfuckers.
Nah,
y'all ain't hear me when I'm saying this shit. We need them motherfuckers and pay them niggas.
Yeah, legit.
Why y'all won't give them the little 15% pay rise they wanted?
You see what it is, though. I can imagine on the other side, and this is just me like spitballing, but I can imagine on the other side of that, it's a slippery slope, just in terms of business, like not talking morals or ethics, just in terms of business. Like, if it's every time these motherfuckers make noise, we pay them more. Like, what's to incentivize them to not make no more noise? You know what I mean? Because if every time they pipe up, we just give them money, they're just going to keep piping up. And then you kind of, then the inmates start running the prison, you know what I mean?
They're going to keep piping up anyways, fam. Long as they need them getting met, but they're doing all this extra shit, fam.
Nah, I hear you. Again, I definitely hear you. I can see from a purely business, like ones and zeros point of view, where it's like, we don't want to just pay these fuckers because you set a dangerous precedent then. Do you get what I mean? Because say, just hypothetically, say if they increase the way that the postal workers increase their shit, it's like, all right, cool. But then the people that are going to come in next year can be like, well, nah, this ain't enough now. And you know what? Actually, we need double this. And then the people the next year are going to come and be like, well, yeah, you doubled it last year, but actually we need like triple this shit now. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not saying that they shouldn't.
I get that part.
But it's just,
but I feel like some of these businesses, like their integrity and, let's say, standing in the public eye is based on, let's say, the service that they provide.
Right.
And how well, like, how
well they're liked among the people. Yeah.
Applied. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You start having not enough people to apply that service symmetrically across your whole like customer network. So you're fucking up, dog. And like, cool, you might be saving a couple million this year, but next year you're gonna be fucked up because your shit might be getting run out of business, and the next train company going come through there, Northern Star Rail, going buy your shit, Northern Rail. You feel me? So like,
I hear you.
It's like their whole shit is based on like, because they're still new, fam. It was Virgin like fucking 2 years ago, fam. These Northern Rail and these other new guys, fam, they're all new, bro. They don't got the luxury of fucking trying to fight the workers that they've had there for fucking 30 years, fam.
Yeah, no, of course.
And they also don't have the luxury of fucking around with the service that they provide to the customers, because they new still.
I mean, yeah, but also that newness could act in a sense of you come in and you have to learn a market in it. So it's like, all right, if the standard of service is like a 7 out of 10, that's the standard of service. If we come in into this new market to compete, we have to at least either meet that or exceed it. Do you get what I mean? Like, and again, these sort of things cost money. It costs money in it. Yeah,
they got paid them, man. Fam. If they ain't paying them, man, they're doing neither of those things. Fam. They're neither even recognizing nor are they meeting the problems and demands of the customers. Fam. They're doing neither or none of those things.
Yeah,
but
no,
it's the reason why I say all that. Yeah. There was a reason why.
What?
So basically,
well, shall we give the before story? Or do you want to go straight into this one?
Okay, now we should give the before story. Yeah, the before story.
Like what kind of led you to be in there?
But yeah.
Right, okay.
Like when you open a book and it starts describing a chapter and it goes, but you know, a few months before that he was doing blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Type shit. It's like, think of it in that way. So, all right, let's peel the layers back a little bit. So, over the bank holiday weekend for those in the UK. Obviously, there was, well, maybe not obvious, but the West Indian Carnival usually tends to be those times. So you'll have carnivals, and people have heard of Notting Hill Carnival, for example. famous around the world. You've got the Leeds West Indian Carnival, places like Manchester, Liverpool, Birmingham, like these, it's just a thing that happens around the bank holiday. Mama Francis as well. A shout out to Mama Francis too.
Yeah, shout out to that.
Let's get that right.
Waiting for a t-shirt. I want a t-shirt. I want one permanently. How can I get one?
Nah, we can definitely sort that out, bro. We can definitely sort that out.
Yeah,
but
I want a momentum.
But yeah, Mum's obviously she does the food and stuff. She has like her own catering business. She cooks food, primarily Caribbean, Jamaican-based food and dishes. She can do other stuff, but that's
that's ledge, guys. It's honestly, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Did you know that food when you go home?
Jamaican nothing. Yeah, of course I did, bro. Yeah. I told you I'm Jamaican nothing. Yeah, from now on.
For the people listening,
Jamaicans then had an affinity anyways. So yeah.
Come on, bro. You know what I mean? Mum's obviously had the stall and stuff over the holiday, over the carnival. So I went up to help her. Obviously, my guy Will came through to help as well. There's a few people there, and I've come on this pod and I've spoken about Mum's cooking like a few times. And it's like, oh yeah, she does her thing. You're like, yeah, I hear you. So now that you've actually had the food, like, what's the verdict?
Yeah, I changed nationalities, dog. That's the verdict from my changed nationalities. Yeah, I'm Jamaican now, fam. What I'm going to do, boy. Yeah, I tell you. Yeah, all that, fam. Yeah, me too, fam.
And obviously, we'll get into. In fact, should we go straight to it? Fuck it. All right. So
yeah.
I know there's too much nuance in it. So all right, Will obviously was talking about like the trains and stuff like that. To get back to what he was saying, basically it was the Sunday, was it? The Monday? The Monday night. Yeah, it was Monday night, and Will was traveling by train, and obviously had to get back and stuff. And again, we've been hustling, bustling. Like I think Will had come up was it the Sunday night you came up on the Saturday?
Sunday night, yeah, Sunday night. Still.
Yeah, so obviously just that whole day we was hustling, bustling, doing a thing. And with bank holidays and the trains and the train strikes, the trains are already a bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it got to a point in the night. Yeah, so it got to a point in the night. And to be fair, it did feel like the time was just going so fast because we were just doing so much in it. Like we were just doing so much shit. So Will sort of pulled me to the side at one point. I was like, yo, bro, I have to start like really heading back because I'm working tomorrow morning, bro. You know what I mean? I was like, wow, you didn't book the day? He's like, nah, bro, nah, I'm working tomorrow, fam. He was like, all right, cool. So basically, made my way with Will to the station. Obviously, as a visitor's come to see me, and I'm looking at my guy go dolo, you know what I mean? So made our way to the station. We're trying to sort out like the train times and the train tickets. There was one train, I think, if the train left at like, let's say 10:30. If the train left at like 10:30, we probably set off around 10 to 10, give or take. We set off with the implication like, yo, we can make this in it. Like, if we just think we can make this in that.
It was at 20 past. It was at 20 past and we set off at around like 22.
Yeah, something around that kind of distance in that kind of time. Because in your mind, you think like, yeah, bro, like, man, just walk, like, it's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, easy.
The long and the short of it is we didn't make it to the station for that train. I don't think we'd even got properly into the city centre by the time that train had gone. It was like, that's a myth, bro. We're not doing that. And Will had to end up getting like a proper late train back in it. So I'm gonna hand it back to Will now, and because he told me there was a few madnesses in that. So he's gonna tell you the story from when he went through the barriers and then he did his thing. So you go ahead, Gigi.
So bro, man goes through the barriers, you know what I'm saying? Walking up, almost missed the shit in the first place because, you know what I'm saying, there's plenty of carnival goers out there. and a couple of them had me distracted, saying that. Almost missed the shit, got to the platform, boom, got on the train, boom, we lit now. Breathing. Okay, signs of relief. I even got a seat this time. Signs of relief.
Oh, swear.
Oh yeah, that time. Yeah. I even got a seat.
Okay.
Boom, sat down.
So you're feeling pretty good.
Right.
You're like, all right, cool, man's on the train.
I'm
like,
good. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the progress. I'm thinking, okay, this is where I got to swap at. You know what I'm saying? It's in about 9 stops. But I'm going to set like a little timer or whatever just to make sure, boom, set the timer. The timer went off. Oh shit, it's 2 stops away. All right, we lit. Boom.
Cool.
Stop. Boom. Get off. Looking at the goddamn platform because it's on the same platform.
Right.
Oh yeah, cancelled due to staffing issues. We were unable to get enough staff to staff the fucking voyage.
Oh,
or
shit.
Sorry
Swear
for
down.
the inconvenience. My boy, that's why I said pay them, man, fam. Pay them, man, fam. We were unable to have enough staff to man this voyage. We're sorry for the inconvenience.
Our bad. Our bad.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I get there. We're already late because this train kind of was like delayed a little bit.
Delayed, right.
Yeah. So the little transport, like the little extra, what's it called? The little like replacement bus.
The replacement buses.
That's already been and gone by the time the train pulls in. It's already came there. And
it's already dipped. Fucking hell.
Yeah. So I'm standing there, Hebden Bridge. You ever been there, Drizz?
Nah.
You ever been there? You've never been there before, bro?
I've never been there, bro.
Standing there on this little fucking platform, fam. I'm looking across, there's another little platform, fam. There's some other people standing there, fam. So I'm like, let me go and see what they say. Let me go ask them, man, fam. They're like, this shit is closed like a motherfucker, fam. There was a bus before. This shit was here for ages, but then it's gone now, fam. Yeah, that shit got in before, that shit left before your train even got here, fam.
Crazy. That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And then they were like, yo, the best thing that you can do is just get a train from here back to Leeds and then try to figure it out.
Oh, shit.
So obviously, I'm just baffled, in it. Like everything was cool for him. Like it was chilling, you know what I'm saying? I was sipping some peach beers. It was nice, fam. Everything was nice, fam. So I'm just baffled, like what's happening here right now?
What's going on here?
I don't get it. Goes outside to have a cigarette. There's some hippie guy. He like sat there and shit. And he's like, you missed this thing too. I'm like, I missed it like a motherfucker. And he was like, me too. So I'm just gonna get this last train back to Leeds and then figure it out or whatever. I'm like, that's what the people said. It's like, that's the only thing, the only way about it.
Right.
So I'm like, you know what? Yeah, he right from.
Because you don't want to be stranded there, bro.
At one point, I think I called you. Not even like it helped me or just sort of like, this is what's happening kind of thing. But then I was like, then it's already like 1 o'clock. Why am I gonna? Leave that nigga. Let him sleep, bro. Let him sleep.
You know what's mad, bro? We was up, we was up till about like 4ish, bro. Because we had to put the shit away in it and like take the whole shit down and did it. So we was up, bro. Bro, you should have hit man up. Like, I don't know what we could have done in that moment, but
I would have, you know what I mean? It wouldn't have really done anything from my situation. I was still, So, either way, ended up getting the train back to Leeds. Get back to Leeds, probably around like 1:30, 2ish, somewhere there, The next train to Piccadilly is at 3:30.
Fucking hell.
So all this time, I ain't slept a singular wink. I'm just like, I can't miss it again. Can't miss it again. Get to the spot. I'm waiting, fam. This the longest. You know, like in times of your life, in like the top 10 times of your life, of like the longest 2 hours of my life, the top 10.
Right.
That shit there is like top 5 from longest 2 hours of my life. Bro, because there's kids there that was like at the carnival and they run around, they causing all kind of mischief. There's a guy there, he's bothering some gal there and he's fucking going off and now everybody looking at him and shit. And it was the longest 2 hours of life. Half the
So you literally have to just sit there.
I had to just sit there, fam. What was I going to do, fam? Half 3 rolls around, I get on the train, get to Piccadilly around maybe like 4:30, 4:45, something like that.
Okay.
And then, I get to Piccadilly. The train's supposed to be like a certain time. That was also delayed. I think that was like an hour delayed. And I'm getting there like,
What time?
What time was it? I'd be like, I want to say like 6:30, 6:30.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. And then the wickedest part of the whole cocktail thing. Got here, everything, you know what I'm saying, uniforms laid out, because I was ready, and I knew.
Yeah.
I'll just have a nap for like an hour, and then I'll get ready, boom, go up. Ready. My friend. Just to get some nice sleep. It's a nice sleep.
For an hour, yeah.
Nah. I ain't sleep for no hour, dog. What? Man. I woke up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, dog. You're laughing, but it's not funny, fam.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Sorry, carry on. Tell me
people what they need to get paid so we can get to where we're trying to get to at the right time. Because if I'd have left there, I'd have got here right off 1, 2 o'clock. I'm asleep, fam. Lit for work the next day, fam.
Yeah, and you good in it.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I'm still holding it from the time. Goddamn, why y'all ain't said nothing? My fault.
Yep. Can you hear me in that? Yeah.
My fault. Yeah, my fault. I was just passing the Dutchie to the left-hand side.
Oh, skiing. Nah, flipping, bro. Do you see the lies that we tell ourselves, innit? Because, and I'll tell you my fun little story after you left. But fucking, when you went slept for how many hours you've been working, and you say, yeah, bro, I can sleep for an hour. That's like what, an hour, bro? That's easy.
Real quick.
Mine. You're sleeping for the goddamn hour. Do you know how many times I've done that?
The wickedest thing is, I said 1 hour, yeah. I said 1 hour when realistically, it should have been like 45 minutes.
Bro, it don't matter, bro.
Been 45
once you're that tired, fam, and you lay your head down, your body's gonna shut off, bro. Like you think your alarm is gonna stop your body from recovering, bro. Like, man, your body's just listen. It's gonna go into the part of the brain that hears the alarm and just turn the power cord off. You know, nah, he don't need to hear no damn alarm, bro. Let this nigga sleep. Like alarm, bless his heart. He thinks his iPhone alarm's gonna do it. No, we're just gonna turn off all sound, bro. This nigga's not gonna hear shit. Fuck you mean, bro? Fuck you mean, bro? Nah, the amount of times I've done that, bro. The amount of times. And in your head, you're really like, yeah, nah, I can sleep for an hour, bro. That's easy. I remember one time, again, I done like an all-nighter in the studio with it, but me, what was I doing the next day? There was certain I was supposed to do the next day, but it was one of those ones where it's like, if I try and go sleep now, it's not going to work in it. Like, it's just not going to think. All right, bet. I'm going to stay up. I'm going to fucking get myself some Mackey's breakfast on Uber Eats. I'm going to order some Mackey's breakfast. I'm going to have the food calm. All right? Bless. Man's chilling on the sofa. Like, man's placed the order now. So obviously the order's like, it shows you like it's wrapping up and it'll be here in this amount of time, whatever. Cool. I'm like, all right, cool, yeah, bless. What? I'm going to shut my eyes until this order gets here, innit? And like, it's not going to be long. It's not going to be long. I'm literally just going to just shut my eyes until this order gets here. Let's say that this shit is about 5 in the morning, 5, 6 in the morning. Let's just say, hypothetically, I've ordered it at 5 and it's supposed to get here at 5:25. So I'm like, bro, 25 minutes. I'm just going to shut my eyes. I'm not going to go sleep. I'm not going to sleep. I'm just going to close my eyes for 25 minutes. The food's going to be here. We'll eat the food and be ready to go again. My nigga. I woke up at 2:47 p.m., bro. Brother. Bro, there are like 7 missed calls on my phone. The guy on the Uber driver guy is like, he's texted the thing. He's sent a message. I can't get into the place. He ended up leaving the food outside my downstairs front door. He left the food outside there, bro. I went down and the food was gone, bro. Clearly someone took the food. But my nigga, I said to myself, 25 minutes. Bro, I'm not even going to sleep. I'm just going to close my eyes for 25 minutes, bro. Man woke up and it was going up to 3 p.m. type shit. Brother, the lies we tell ourselves when we're tired, bro, like, we'll tell ourselves any kind of lie just to sleep in it. Just to justify the sleep.
That kind of sleep, that's that time travel shit. That's when you wake up in a different era.
Man. And you know what's fucked up about those sleeps as well, yeah? You know what's fucked up about them? They are the most beautiful, restful, peaceful sleeps, bro. Like, you feel like a baby again, the way that you sleep, bro. It's just such a beautiful sleep. And then you wake up, like, for the first couple seconds, you don't even know where the fuck you is, bro. Do you know what I mean?
It's
like,
you
don't even know where you are.
It sounds like it. Oh, no,
bro,
no.
Man.
Shit.
This guy said I'm going to lay down for an hour, bro. No, that's crazy. That is mad. That is mad.
No, I thought that. I really thought that.
No, I believe you. I believe you, bro.
And I backed myself for it. So I even set 3 alarms. I backed myself for that shit. I said, yeah. 45
because
minutes.
what?
Yeah, you got
because an hour, bro. That's minor, you know what I mean? Man can go an hour and I'm not going to go sleep properly, you know what I mean? It's just an hour. Yeah. Simple. Then go work. Friend. Yeah. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
That shit is no joke, bro. It's no joke. From Will's right, man. Those people
the whole day, just like, goddamn, son. I've been talking people at work. Damn,
so what did you end up like saying to them?
I just
or
told
would you
them
rather not say? I
just told them, like, yeah, shit. I just then added the end part.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just like I couldn't get back on my train. Like, the mad thing. Yeah, type shit. Yeah, nah, I hear that. Nah, man, those sneaky sleeps, bro. Sleep has us lying to ourselves. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there's certain people that didn't really get into the discussions with. I just told them, planes, trains, and automobiles, I was fucked up. I couldn't get out.
Yeah, man, the strikes is crazy, man. You know what I mean? It's affecting real life, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta start talking about strikes and shit, you know what I mean?
They were though, fam. And you pay them, man. Pay them.
Shit sound like it hurt his soul, innit?
Because we got shit to do, bro. We have things to do.
And that is fucked, innit? Because again, it got cancelled because people were just like, nah, bro, we ain't coming in. Like, and now that affects you because if you could have got back at the time you were supposed to, you were alright in it. Like, you cool? Do you get what I mean? Like, you can do your thing. Nah, the strikes is crazy. The strikes is absolutely bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Hey, that man from. Hey, that man from.
But work was cool with you and shit, like, after that, though.
Everyone in work been cool. I just ain't seen the manager properly treat stuff like that.
Oh, type shit.
Yeah.
Type
He
shit.
had emailed me the other day to tell me to call him, but he was not busy.
Oh, yo, bro, it's mad, you know, my phone been playing up in it. Like, every time I try and call somebody, just don't call in. It's crazy, bro. Like,
yo, I'm glad it was not busy. I'm not even lying. I was
said to email me, but
until
I mean,
43, and I swear down. That same day that when he emailed me, I was still doing things like 43, and I was like, wow, I was supposed to call man back from fucking I forgot. Yeah, I'll
that's
call
crazy.
tomorrow. And the next day, yeah.
Busy again, right?
More busy than the day before. Even more busy than the day before. Yeah,
big up to being busy.
And usually Fridays is chill for me, man. This Friday was
that one was just busy in it, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy how it just gets busy when you're supposed to do something. Like, it's mad how shit like that happens, right? It's like sod's law in it. Like how
it's not even. Yeah, it wasn't even. It's not even busy because I'm trying to decide. I mean, it's just
right. We're just busy in it. Just say no more, bro. Well, I have my own interesting carnival story for you. So obviously, you left in it. Like, so you were. So after you went, I walked obviously back. And just for those listening, it was like it's Chapeltown Road, like the main Chapeltown Road. We walked to Leeds train station. Now, on a regular day, I reckon you can probably make that walk in about 30, 35, maybe, somewhere around there. But obviously, Carnival's going on in it. And I tried to even go a route that would make there be less people traffic, but obviously the route then makes the journey longer. Do you get what I mean? So we've walked back now, and obviously there's still people on the street. There's still people going on. The stall is still up and down. So man, go back, help serve a little bit, and I think everything kept going till about 2ish. So obviously in the process, obviously, yeah, but it's winding down. But it's still going on there. Food wise,
yeah.
Let me think.
We're getting to produce.
No. Nah. I just coughed. That's all it is.
Hey, breathe,
I was trying not to cough in it.
Breathe.
It was curry goat. It was veg curry. There was a bit of the jerk chicken left.
Curry was something else.
Yeah, exactly. So we were serving that to about 2ish, and in the process, obviously, we would just slowly start taking things back to the house. Got to about 2ish. That's when kind of things like officially locked off, sort of thing. So like the people still play music and that, but the festivities are officially stopped at 2 in it. So from there, obviously we taking shit down. Mum still didn't find her phone.
Still,
yeah. But I'm gonna try and sort. Nah, still not. I'm gonna try and sort her out with one anyway, though. But yeah. We obviously taking everything down, which takes time and it's like laboring and shit. And again, mind you, Will came up the Sunday night, but this has been going on since the Friday night. So again, like I'm dead on my feet at that point. Like I was saying to Will when we was going to the stage, and I was like, bro, if I could just crawl onto a bench and just go to sleep, I'd be lit, bro. Like I was dead on my feet in it, like.
Yeah, no,
Because you have
like,
to imagine, like,
people
we
rob
weren't
you
just,
and take all your
bro.
shit from while you sleep.
Because you have to imagine, we weren't just like serving food and shit. We carrying like food and equipment and stuff back and forth from the stall to my mum's yard, which was about. It wasn't a long walk, like a sort of 5 to 10 minute walk. It wasn't.
No. Yeah.
But like we doing that all day. We serving food. We put in like there's a lot that goes into it. You know what I mean? Just again, before I carry on, I want to say a massive shout out to Mama Francis and SaJane's kitchen. Absolutely smashed it.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, like I was speaking to her earlier today in it, and she sends her love and everything. But I was just telling her, like, I could not be prouder. Like, if you saw the amount of food that was there, and every single thing was cooked by herself, like single-handedly. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, she was absolutely outstanding. So again, the biggest shout out to Mama Francis and the biggest shout out to SaJane's Kitchens as well. Type shit. But so it's disconnected.
Yeah.
I will talk for a sec. Hold on, I'll be right back. Yeah.
Am I here?
Yeah. Just go for a sec. Okay. Yeah, you're back.
Oh. Damn. You might have just go for a sec. Alright, fair enough. Yeah. At the end of it all, so Drizz was talking about the whole carnival thing, but like, I'm just gonna reiterate my point. Pay the railways people what they need to be paid so that we can have our smooth journeys back again, please. It used to be cool sometimes to be like, ooh, I did pay for the train. But now it's like, damn, I'm pay for the train. Fuck it. I'm pay for someone else's train today. Yeah. Just pay them, man.
Give them their money.
Yeah. Bro,
but you see
what
mean?
I was on a platform. Yeah. Some fucking butthole place somewhere on the map there somewhere. No disrespect to the people there. The stuff that I'm talking about. It's probably a nice place. Kind of looked nice, but it was night time, and I was pissed off because my passage is gone and I'm fucking stranded from. So yeah,
didn't want to hear none of that shit. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit, dog. Like, nah, that's crazy.
And I realized, you know what? I actually realized there was no one there. There was no one
like workers or anything.
No advice. There was nothing. No like info board that has some kind of info. Nothing.
It was just you on a closed platform.
Just me, one closed platform.
And the hippie dude.
Some people, and they're going back where I came from. The hippie dude is outside smoking where I'm smoking, frustrated, like, what the fuck is going on? And he like, yeah, don't worry about it, man. We just gotta get a train back to Leeds and then figure out from there. I was like, man, that's what them people are. Yeah.
I was like, brother, I'm supposed to start working like 7 hours, bro. Like in a whole different county of the country. You know what I mean? It's not even like a different city, bro. It's a whole different county of the country, my G. Like I'm in Yorkshire right now. That's not where my work is. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's mad. Nah, it's crazy because after a certain time, like all the trains were back to normal as well. So I'll get back to the story.
That's the part.
We closing down, and like, you know, all the shit that was there, the grill, the thing with the patties, and like, we had to put everything away in it. And that shit heavy as a motherfucker, dog. So we doing all that. We get back to the yard, we sorting shit out, and I think it was just a mixture between tiredness, exhaustion. Again, my mum was like a bit frustrated about losing her phone, and then like one of the legs on the ting broke. And
the
but
tension.
basically, but basically, like me and my mum's got into like a little bit of a thing in it. We got into like nothing mental, nothing crazy. It was just I think everybody was just tired and cranky and just did. And we got into a bit of a thing. So I was like, I bet, say nothing. I'm just gonna dip then in it. Like, love you, ma. I'm just gonna go then type shit. So mind you, man's not slept yet, so I'm awake now. So I get all my shit together, and now I'm walking back to the station with all my bags and shit, bro. Been on my feet for
what
weeks.
time is this?
This is maybe I got to the station. I think it was just before 6 o'clock. Like just before.
Yeah, that's around about the time I was telling myself last.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Like, so fucking man's there, bro. And I do not know to this day, like, I do not know how I managed to get myself back to Wolverhampton. Because you know how you're saying about like closing your eyes and shit? I'm on the train trying to stay awake and not doing a good job of it. Like I'm nodding like a junkie on the train, bro. The way my head is nodding from like my body wants to sleep, and I'm trying to force it not to sleep, bro. And honestly, the best way I can describe it, and yes, obviously, man, I had a drink and shit before, whatever, but I just felt drunk, bro. I just felt like I was drunk, but it was the tiredness. I felt like deliriously tired.
Nah,
you ever like felt like that, bro? Where you just like you're so tired, and you just feel delirious almost, bro.
That's not Ray.
Nah, the Ray was thing, but man, do Ray in it. Like I know how to balance Ray, so it's not that. But I think a mixture of the Ray, the work, obviously we've been off for time, all the shit.
Yeah,
and like,
brother, I'm just making jokes about these guys, man.
Nah, it was a mad thing, bro. It was an absolute mad thing. I do not know how I got back to Wolves. It was one of them ones where, and again, mind you, I had to change at Manchester, I think it was.
Yeah, Piccadilly.
Yeah, I had to change at Manchester. Bro, I don't even remember going to Manchester, bro. Like, I don't remember getting off the train in Manchester and getting on another train. I have no recollection of that. Do you get me? I remember getting on at Leeds, trying to stay awake, and the next thing I remember, I was on the train to Wolverhampton from Manchester. Do you get what I mean? It was one of them ones, bro. And it's like, yeah, it was an absolute mazza. Because obviously the Tuesday, I was going away with my girl in it. Like, it was because it was a birthday Wednesday. Oh, and shout out to my baby. Well, it was a birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday, cousin. Sorry, we missed it.
Yeah, I mean, so like, man, literally that Tuesday morning, like, man went yard. And you know, again, you know how you're talking about like you lie to yourself and you go to sleep. It was one of those ones, bro. Man was so tired I couldn't even go to sleep. Like I was that tired. Like, I got to the crib and like I was just awake and tired. Like, and my girl was like, "No, go sleep." But obviously, we had to leave that day in it. Like we had to leave like later that day, sort of shit. So I'm like, I don't even want to go to sleep now because if I sleep, we're gonna miss the shit. Do you get what I mean? Because I'm one of those like when I'm in a heavy sleep, like leave me the fuck alone. Do you get what I mean? Like I'm not gonna be cooperative. I'm not gonna be helpful. I'm probably gonna say something hurtful, like leave me alone in it type shit. So literally, man's like awake, bro. We repacking the shit, repacking the bags, getting ready to like dip in that. And fucking, oh, bro, it was just so mad. It was just so mad, bro. It was so mad.
You start hallucinating or something like that.
Brother, there was nothing like that. There was nothing like that. It was just, again, the best way I can describe it is like, you know, when you're drunk and everything is just wobbly.
Yeah.
Everything was just wobbly in it. Like, that's the best way I can describe. Like,
I've been there before still.
Mm-hmm.
I can empathize.
Again, I'll say, thankfully, when I was getting the trains and that, like, there were no issues. Because I think if I bumped into an issue that what you had when I was traveling, I'd have been fucked, bro. I'd be in Scotland somewhere right now. Man, I'd be in Scotland somewhere right now, bro, picking up an accent, do you get what I mean? Because, yeah, I would have been baffed, bro. Absolutely baffed.
Drizzy Francis.
I Drizzy Francis. YM Lord Smoke Lord Poseidon. I don't even know what the accent was. I don't know what that was. It's the OnlyMans podcast.
Yeah, that's not the one.
Oh, fucking hell. Nah, it was nuts, bro. It was nuts, bro. But fucking, how was your experience in the Leeds Carnival though? Because again, I know you've been like Leeds before and shit, but you've never been like Chapeltown in it, and obviously you've never seen it like that. Like that's, and I was sort of trying to say to her at the time, like I was saying to her, I'm glad that you come into this place that I've spoken to you so much about. Because again, you know, from music or whatever the fuck, like that where I grew up has like a big impact on me. And like I was saying to her, it's just dope that you did for your first time actually come into this place, you get to experience it in its fullest capacity of culture. You know what I mean? Like in its fullest thing in a positive way. You know?
And that I did from. The only words I have
is yeah. Yeah. It's yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got from that shit. Was fucking phenomenal. Thanks again for inviting me. I enjoyed myself a lot that day.
Oh, it was good.
I really did enjoy myself a lot that day. I'm not gonna lie.
You just get to see the beauty that God has created in the world.
Yeah,
like you get to marvel at the creation that God has put into the world.
I understand why he rested on the seventh day now. Yeah, it was overtime.
Because he just wanted to look at that shit.
Overtired. Yeah, he is just overtired the time there from by the time he got to the sixth, he was just tired because what he done there, bro, when he like what he done there.
What God done there, yeah. On the sixth day, is like, yo, I'm gonna just sleep for an hour. I'm gonna sleep for 1 hour, bro. I'm gonna sleep for. I might wake up on the whole day.
This creating thing.
Yeah. Let me just close my eyes for 1 hour, dog.
Walk up a couple billion years later, like, look at these fuck's sake, bro.
Shit, man. Look what these niggas is doing, fam. What the fuck, bro? Like, this is not what's supposed to be going on, fam. God stood on the empty platform, innit? God stood on the empty platform with a hippie outside saying, yeah, we just gotta go back to where we gotta go back to how it was, you know, like, yo, that was Noah's Ark in it, fam. That's when he flooded the shit in it. There was a hippie outside the station. And he's like, yeah, we just gotta go back to how it was before. We gotta go back to where we come from, innit? Like, this shit here, this is not working, dog. You gotta do something about this. Oh shit, man. Nah, it was a good time. It was definitely a good time.
Nah, it was beautiful, man. For real.
It's and again, it was dope that
no pun intended. It was beautiful.
No, pun intended too. Fuck that. No, pun intended.
Okay, right.
But like, yeah, and it's good because there was no like bullshit, because there have been carnivals where like bullshits have happened. And what's mad? And I was saying to her, what's mad? Where we were wasn't even the main part. Like, that's the maddest thing, but you still got like a proper full experience of the shit in it.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, one of these carnies, man. Like, I'll take man from carny proper.
Like roam around and shit.
Yeah. Move around, man. Move around. Like, yeah, we'll definitely do that one of these carnies, bro. Because it's if you go with a good set of people and a good vibe of people, you can have a fun time in it. Like, even if you go with devious intentions and shit, and not, I don't mean in a fuck way, but even if you on smoke, like there's smoke for you in it.
Outside. Just say we outside.
Yeah. That's a great way to put it. Like, if you go there trying to be outside, then there's a lot of outside in it. There's a lot of outside that you can be. Like, yeah. But now, shout out to the whole carnival. Shout out to all the carnivals as well. You know what I mean? It's such a beautiful tradition, a beautiful culture. Like, and it's dope to just see it manifested, man. Like, what were your kind of, just for yourself, like, what were your kind of takeaways just from the whole experience, really, if any? Like, if any?
I think from the whole experience, my kind of takeaway is like, we know different.
Right. Like,
we do the same type shit. I mean, we don't like do the whole like parades and stuff like that. But like, we have those, you know.
The energy is like, it's that same shit. It's that same shit,
Nigerian independence.
Yeah.
And there'll be like a bunch of people, they'll book out a venue and they'll be like, I mean, it's not the same. Like I said, it's not the same.
But the energy of the shit, I get what you mean.
They'll have music playing, it'll be cool, people drinking and smoking and shit, it'll be cool. Nigerian independence, same type vibe. You know what I'm saying? People bring rice that they cook, go like, hey, ooh, ooh.
It's a proper like communal type thing in it. There's like there's a sense of community where, like, I don't want to say everything is allowed, but again, even say like the smoking shit, more time, you know, you probably have to go and do that in a particular way. But it's like, even that, like, it's welcome in a sense. Like, it's just dope, man.
It's different, it's dope, man. Yeah.
And when I was younger, I wasn't really even too into carnival. I think, like, because again, where my mum's yard is, as you've seen, like, it's in the heart of all the shit. It's right where
it's like literally your front doorstep is like, it's in it.
It's like
grass.
Exactly. And before, like, my mum's got into like a catering business and all that sort of stuff, like, obviously, carnival's been going on long before that, innit? So when you were youth, and you trying to sleep and some shit, and you can't even, you know what I mean? Like, that should be played on. Like, I just wasn't the keenest of it when I was a youth in it, but you grow up and you just kind of get to see it. Like, it's good.
See you walk off, and then, finally, they let you loose and see, oh shit, this girl's here. Wow.
Man was there.
I'm not going to be back until much later still.
Man. As a young adolescent, discovering that cheat code, it's like, that, you mean up, down, square, X, square, and they all there. Okay. Yeah, bet. Yeah, bet. Nah, I love carnivals. That's what it was, bro.
The greatest thing since sliced bread.
I tell you, you know where the magic happens if you want that kind of horny time, like the Juve morning, dog. Oh my lord! You've heard of Juve morning? You've like heard of that?
No, what's that?
I swear. Okay, so Juve morning is a part of the carnival day in it, but as the name suggests, it's in the morning. So before the carnival shit properly starts, they'll basically, you saw the trucks with like the speakers and shit on them in it. They'll do like a mini type parade, but it's not with all of the dancers and the costumes and shit. It's just what it's kind of turned into now. It's like a paint party, like people throw paint and stuff. But when I was younger, and I'm sure there's elements of that exist now or whatever, but when I was younger, the Juve morning thing was just basically all the people our age and shit would just go and turn the fuck up in it, like, you gal everywhere throwing it. And this is back in the day where, like, you know, remember the times in clubs where you like dance with girls in clubs? Like, this is that era.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So imagine that era, like carnival times. Do you know what I mean? It's like it would all
good time.
Brother. I'm telling you, as a young G, I remember man was like going to church them times. So these are like around the times I'm like trying to You know what I mean? See what I want and shit. Bro. You can go there and get your shit off. Like,
that's how it was given.
Nah, it was wild, bro. Like, yeah, it was wild. Like, I think it degenerated to the point of like people would just like be on road and just like yeah, it was wild, bro. It was some wild.
On the main bit.
Not on the mains, because that's a crime. Like, you can't do that. But I'm saying people would find their way. You know what I mean? Be like, it was just mad in it. It was just, it was mad, but the madness was like, this is the time for madness. It was like,
because
you know, the Purge film.
On road film.
You know, the Purge film where once a year you could just get your shit off, bro. Like, it was that, but the girl version of it, like, you ain't killing shit. Well, you was killing shit, but not in that way, bro. Like, yeah. But yeah,
because even that time when we were just walking through, minding our own business.
Yeah, bro.
Thank you.
How many times, bro? And you gotta be like, oh, you're not. I'm working in it. Like, yo, no, sorry, I'm working.
Yeah, no, I'm straight. Don't worry about that.
And Will would linger in the road. Will would just take his sweet time.
Hey, man, I was just trying to ascertain further information. You know what I'm saying? I was
doing research, right?
Yeah,
right. I hear you. Yeah, of course, man. And you gotta let the people go past as well, innit? You gotta wait and let them go past. You know what I mean?
Stopping us, man. Yeah, why are they stopping us? Let me see.
What is happening here? Let me.
Credential. Man, scanning real quick.
Man, I did scout around, bro. The power level is over 4,000.
Bro, I had Java speaking to me, fam.
Yeah, the power levels was up, bro. The power levels was definitely up. Jarvis was like, yeah, bro, you're gonna have to hit the button, fam. Jarvis was like, hit the red button, fam. You know what I mean? Fucking hell. Yeah. I tell you what, if they not ever want to click his fingers in it, just leave them ones in it, like disappear, like some other shit. Do you get what I mean? Like, but them ones is cool. They help in the environment. You know what I mean? The earth needs this. Do you know what I mean?
Man. Like we need this shit.
Yeah, bro. You know what I mean? The trees breathe carbon dioxide. Do you get what I mean? And the earth need that, bro. You know what I mean? I don't have to explain it. God, you get it. God gets it. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. Why do you think he never? Why do you think he only did the Noah's Ark thing one time in it? Because God was like, damn, son, I gotta get rid of all this good work, bro. All this good Philistine work, bro. Like,
hold on. Let me tell my guy real quick. Yo, save some of this shit real quick. Yo.
Trust me, God's like, damn, the Sumerians, dog. Like, yo, I put some things down there, you know, dog. Like,
he's like, yo, officially, I want you to write down that you had saved all the good shit. But then I'm going to tell you about some other good shit that I had want you to save too. Like, you see weed? Oh, yeah, it's a couple, 2-3 seeds I want you to keep of that shit. And there's a thing called mushrooms. Oh yeah, that shit gonna really blow your mind. But you need to save that. That's also important.
I need. God was cheating Noah like the feds was coming like, yo, bro, I need you to keep some of this on the boat, bro. I can't have this in the crib, bro, because they're gonna come and sit and you see that everything's gone in it. Like, yo, just hold this for me in it. Like, hold my gun. You know what I mean? Like, just hold the gun, hold the food. You know what I mean? I'm going to send some buddies over here. Just keep them here, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Because when the Titans come down, you're like, all right, what have you been doing with Earth? I got to be like, yeah, like, I got rid of everything in it. So just hold this shit for me, dog. And I'm going to get it next week in it. Like, let the galactic feds get off my back and I'm going to come pick this shit up from me, dog. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, because you know God has some galactic Federation fucking crimes against the name, bro. When they're looking down, it's like, I'm sorry, Mr. God or Mrs. God, however you believe it. When was the last time that you were Mr. Ooh, mysteries, yeah. Because you know God behind on filing for Earth, bro. You know you're behind on the tax filing for Earth. Do you know what I mean? You don't think God's scamming and shit? You don't think he getting some shit off down there, like?
Yeah. He also God banks for some of the developments that he had greenlit down here.
Yeah, trust me, fam. Because he's been eyeing up real estate on Mars for a minute, innit? You know what I mean? They had to wipe bare shit off Mars. It's just been sat there, and he's like, fucking. They said that I have to make sure that there's peace on Earth and all this sort of shit first, and then man can move to Mars, innit? But these niggas, like, bro, man, I said I was gonna close my eyes for an hour, and billions of years went by, and these niggas is doing this now. So like, I can't flood them again because you know what I mean. They're gonna come and get my license. So I just gotta play this shit out. You know what I mean? I just gotta play this shit out. You know what I mean?
You know, they flush your shit once every trillion years. So
yeah, every trillion light years. That's why he'd be hitting that's why he'd be hitting the mini flush every so often, innit? Like, he can't do a full official flush because that's gonna flag on the system. So he do like the little ones and just say that, oh, it was a blip in it. There was an error in our database. We're fixing it. Yeah, we're fixing it. Because
he can just do flush all. Or he can go flush Brazil.
you know when you're clearing out space on your laptop, yeah, and like it compresses all of the files and says, now you can delete all of this, or you can go manually through it and delete things one by one in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And God's like, nah, to be fair, some of these files I'm going to need to keep in it. So like, alright, cool. Let me flush Sao Paulo, cool. Earthquake in Peru, cool. You know, fucking volcano in Hawaii, cool. Alright, that's blessed.
Wait. But no, wait. That man are cool though. But fuck it. Yeah, fuck it, yeah. Need that space.
The man had called and said, yeah, we coming to check the population of Poland in the next 2 fucking light years and shit. And God's like, fuck. Alright, shit. What do I do with Poland? You're looking through his file. Where the fuck is Poland, bro? It's not in P. Where's Poland, bro? It's supposed to be right after Portugal. Where is this shit? God put it in the wrong file because he was drunk one night. You know what I mean? He's put it in the B folder somewhere. And now we're on the phone with the Galactic Tax Office. Like, nah. I didn't miss it out on purpose. Like, give me a week.
I got that receipt still. I swear, dog. Wait, let me just look through my files real quick.
Yeah, I just go through my stuff, man. Like,
you can hold, right?
Unfortunately, God, we've been holding for a while for you. We already gave you an extra 1 trillion years. You told us you were going to have this figured out. This isn't figured out, Mr. God. Mr. Mrs. God. You know what I mean?
I could figure it out, I promise.
God's in a payment plan. That's hilarious, bro. God in a payment plan for Earth, fam. That is fucking hilarious.
Wait, let me just call that number real quick.
Mother Nature, the Galactic Tax Office came and said that because I haven't filed properly for Earth for the last 1 trillion years, they're gonna take it from me, and I don't have nowhere to go. Because you know his mother is nature, in it. Mother Nature and Father Time, in it. And his father keep telling me, I ain't got time for this shit, dog. I ain't got a father time, and I ain't got time for this shit, dog. You gotta fix it.
What do you mean?
your time, father. What are you talking? No, bro. Because you be taking the piss. You be taking the piss, God.
The God of time said I ain't got time for this shit.
No, he ain't got the time. He is time itself, bro. That's even worse. It's even worse. How time tell you ain't got time for you, dog? Like, oh shit! 1 sec. There's a voice note. 1 sec.
Hey, you. Let me join the panel.
Oh my guy, appreciate you.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, it's the way the system's set up. It definitely don't work like that. Man, appreciate you listening. Like, drop voice notes in it. But yeah, we don't let people join the panel. But now, big up to you for listening. Still, big up to you for listening. But nah, man, Carnival was definitely a dope time. Again, I've said it offline so many times. I want to say it on air as well. Like, thank you so much for like coming through and like just all the help that you gave. Left a very good impression on the people there. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And, like, mums were singing your praise. Everyone was like bigging you up and shit. So yeah, man, left a very good impression with the people there. And it was just dope, man. It gave me the same dope feeling like at your birthday, when obviously I like finally got to meet the peoples and that. And it's like, oh yeah, like, yeah, you know what I mean? It gave me the same sort of thing as that. It was like, it's so nice that you're getting to meet and shit.
Also, having met your dad. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get what you were saying about you don't get it, man. Oh yeah, I get it. I do get it. So,
What was he saying to you? If you remember.
now we were just talking about music, and he was like, "Man, I get that you guys, you want to explore, you want to like do complicated things and like show people tricks or whatever, but like the simple shit. There's a reason why that simple shit resonates. It's like it just hit. It's just yeah. He was breaking it all down and shit, and I'm like, yeah, shit, he's right. Damn, I'm trying to show all these people all these tricks and shit. But it's like, the whole point of me knowing all them tricks is that like I can do this part real good.
Yeah.
And at the moment, it's like, yeah, man, just focus on. It's like being a footballer, just focus on rainbow for every training session.
Rainbow flicking around the world and all the fancy shit. I mean. And the manager telling you, bro, ball on the ground, pass and move, fam. That's what I need to see from you, innit? Yeah.
Yeah,
fundamentals.
That's what he was saying in the nutshell.
Right.
I'm like, right. I understand.
Yeah. Now, Pops is
No,
go on.
I know you guys do. He's like, I know you guys do music and everything. You know what I mean? And maybe you guys like try and keep him. I don't know whatever, but I just think that you guys will benefit from doing things more like old school way, simply. You know what I mean?
Do you want me to?
Obviously, he went to go and break it down and started to tell me that's the things.
How to
another podcast episode from.
Right. I was gonna say to you, just speaking of music quickly, like I have definitely been not toying with the idea, but I'll just say it as I feel it. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna do this rap shit for, fam.
What you mean?
Not music. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna do this rap shit for. I'm not putting a time on it. I'm not saying by this time, fucking whatever. I'm just saying I don't know. I kind of feel that there is one project, I think, from the beginning of man starting releasing music properly. I said, like, there's one project where I just put my entire life and soul and everything that I am into that thing, have that be my, you know what I mean? My shit, like, and I haven't made that project yet. But I don't want to say I'm falling out of love with it. I don't want to say that I'm falling out of love with it, but there's a part of it that's beginning to feel redundant to the exact point that you just made, actually, about the difference between doing tricks and doing the simple shit. It kind of, how can I explain it? What I'm finding more so, especially in, like, say, in the last year, what I'm finding more so is like, I have to feel inspired to rap. Like, again, I don't like write my rhymes or anything like anymore. And that's just like a choice I've made for myself. And in it being that way, I find that if I don't feel inspired, if words don't flow from me, I never want to force them to come out. And where I still think there's a lot of space for inspiration. Like, Will has slide me certain. I'm like, all right, yeah, cool. I'm versing this up here. I'm gonna need space on this. Like I'm not saying nothing against that shit. I'm just saying, I really, in the things I've been working on since I finished like my last projects that will be with y'all shortly, to be fair, the shit I've been working on has been a lot more melody based. I'm really trying to work on like my singing voice and shit. And like, I find that I enjoy doing that more. And that's not to say I don't enjoy the rap shit, because again, when I feel inspired, that shit, there's nothing like that feeling, you know what I mean? But in terms of day to day working on shit, I find that I'm been working on a lot more melody, singing based things than rapping shit. The rap shit is more so, I'll hear something that'll make me want to rap on it, and then I'll rap on it. Or you'll send me something that'll make me want to rap on it, and I'll rap on it. Do you get what I mean? It's like something has to inspire that, because as we've had the conversation, like, I personally feel like those words don't come from just me or just my mind. Like, I feel there is a connection to something greater, and the inspiration is the key that unlocks that door, if that makes sense. Yeah. And if I don't have that key, that door doesn't unlock, and I don't try to open it, type shit. Yeah. What were you going to say? Sorry.
I was going to say, I think sometimes, like, because I can empathize, you know what I mean? I feel like I got to a point where I'm like running around trying to do the events and trying to do this and trying to make sure that this campaign goes like this and make sure that this happens like this and trying to fucking organize some shoots and this, that. And I asked myself, like, is this what you really wanted? Or did you just want to, like, do things, man? And then I started getting more experimental with the shit, you know what I'm saying? Started doing more of the different type shit. Still rap, whatever. But like, different other type shit. And then I did all that. And I'm like, but like, still why though? And I think until that why is clear again, it will always all feel the same from
Yeah.
Until that why is clear again. Like, it will always just feel like going through the motions. When like the motions, those repetitions, those hours and hours and hours and hours and hours that you spend punching the punch bag, moving around. You got that little tennis ball swinging around. You spend 10,000 hours on that motherfucker. The next time you're in the ring with that actual person, it's like, better reading the, you know what I'm saying, all the shit moving, you know what I'm saying, better adjusting to the movements shit. Yeah, because you spent 10,000 hours adjusting to movement. You know what I mean? And I think you shouldn't quit.
No. And again, I don't want to make it sound. I don't want to make it sound like it's a quitting thing. I'm not even saying that. Like, how can I describe it? It's like you use boxing and punching the punching bag, so I use boxers. Like Floyd Mayweather, and I know it maybe doesn't count now because he's retired, but there was a point in his career before he retired, or quite a few points in his career, where he wasn't actively fighting because there was almost an element of what else do I have to prove type of thing. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to use this as an example. But there was almost an element of like, I've kind of done everything that I can do as a professional boxer. I've won everything. Nobody's beat
What you want me to do?
everybody that they want me to. Everyone they've put me against, I've shown that it's levels. Like, I'm me in it. So people are talking shit, but people got to earn that. Like, I have to feel inspired to want to fight somebody. If I'm going to fight, it's not because I'm chasing nothing. It's because something's inspired me to want to do it type shit. Like, in a similar, not the same, but in a similar sense with the rap shit. And I think it might be I don't want to say it's different for Will, because I know that he come from that too and he's from that cloth, but Will definitely much earlier in his career explored different melodic and rhythmic sounds within his music. And for me, I definitely, when I came in the first sort of period of that time, like I was definitely very rap based. Like, I think my first project Thoughts, the majority of tracks aren't even really what you would technically classify as songs. A lot of them are just me rapping, freestyles if you call it, whatever, but it's just like me rapping. There's no hook, there's no bridge, there's no like, just bars and bars and bars and bars and bars type shit. And obviously as I've grown into the shit, developed into it, like I've incorporated a lot more of that stuff in the music. But even with that, it's like.
But then, can I just point out?
Yeah.
You said I was more into the melodic thing and more.
Not more into it, just you incorporated it earlier in your career than I did.
A lot more.
Yeah. Because again, you definitely from that cloth, like you definitely from the rap shit.
I've been rapping for like a year, for a long enough time, and I got to the point where I was kind of just like tired of doing the same. I wanted to try some different shit, and then Drake come with all that sound and shit. I'm like, I want to try that shit,
bro. Again,
that shit's about.
I've definitely told this story way too many times, like on the pod. But that nigga Drake, bro, whatever people may think of Homeboy now, like, not even to be that guy, but Drake was the person that made me believe that I could do this rap shit. Because he, in my lifetime, I won't say the first, but in my lifetime, he was the first rapper of his kind to me, meaning not just musically. Let's just not even talk about the music for a second. I'm talking about the profile of who he was. If you had gone to a label exec at that time and said, you should sign a recent child actor, mixed race, half Jewish, half black Canadian rapper called Drake, any label exec would have laughed you out the room at that time. The profile of what he was so against where the culture of hip hop and rap was at the time. You know what I mean? His backstory didn't match. Like, this is around the time where obviously Ye had done his thing,
being heartbroken by,
but it's like even with Ye and the singing shit, like, Ye had already gone clear and already kind of put himself in a stratosphere of being a one-of-a-kind artist. So there were a lot of people who got into the melody thing, but it wasn't really that. Like, people wouldn't follow the Ye design because really only he can do that type shit. What Drake did, though, he came into a game where you had to kind of really be talking some shit, either about some street shit or some drug shit or some, you know what I mean? All of that stuff. And he came in at a time, nigga had no tattoos, remind you. This is the era of tattoos and rap.
Missed the girl that he was stealing from somebody else.
Talking about regular life shit outside of just the girl.
Regular life shit.
Nah, but hear me, bro. What I'm saying is, because again, I'll just very briefly tell the story. Like, the whole reason people started calling me Drizzy was because like I was like a super fan of my man in it. And like whenever they would be at certain his track, I could spit the shit word for word. Do you know what I mean? And people would say it like in a mocking way, like, all right, sorry, Drizzy, all right, fucking Drizzy over here. Like, but I was like, nah, bro, you think you're dissing me, but I rock with that shit, dog. That's not a diss.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
That shit like a bad about him.
But like, obviously he did that, the whole gal shit, like you're saying, like, you know what I mean? He would talk about that shit, which was a whole different thing in itself at that time. But also, what he was dope at was talking about, and when I say regular day shit, like everyday shit, I mean things that you as a listener can actually relate to. Because again, rap at the time is braggadocious and we got this much money and this much bitches and these cars and you know what I mean? It's a very braggadocious thing. And this guy came in talking about fucking like
I want the money and the cars
and the clothes. You know what I mean? And even that verse, in the verse, he says like, hey,
that shit.
I just want to be successful. Yeah, and like even in one of the verses of that tune, on one of the verses on that tune, I think he even says like, accounts in the minus, but yet I'm rolling around the fucking city like your highness. And it's like shit like that forever, you can relate to.
Forever.
Is that forever?
I was like, yeah.
Accounts in the minus, but yet I'm rolling around the fucking city like your highness. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. But it's like even a lyric like that, which is as say at the time you were civilian every day, you can relate to that. Do you get what I mean? He would talk about regular shit and make it sound really cool. That's what his superpower was. I remember I was listening to I think it was a Wayne interview. Again, it was either Wayne or Ye. It was one of the two. I can't remember. But they were saying like that same thing about him. But like his strength is that he talks about regular shit and makes it sound like the flyest shit in the world. Do you get what I mean?
Wake up in the morning, brush my teeth. That's weird,
bro.
Like,
yeah, do you know what I mean? Like
that's a normal thing.
And even like again the gal shit that he would do, it was just his shit was so relatable. Like that's what got him over in it. Like his shit was just super relatable, which is why he's in the predicament he's in now, because he has so many different people from so many different walks of life that are super fans of him, because he made music that related to everybody. Do you get what I mean? And it's like,
no.
What was even the point of me bringing this up? Like, basically what man is saying is just, with the rap shit, and I'm very sure that man will continue to be inspired for the foreseeable future, but I'm just saying, I've definitely thought to myself, not quitting, not retiring, not ceasing of work, nothing like that, but I've definitely thought to myself, like, I don't know how much longer I'll be inspired to rap, because I'm at a stage now where I have to be inspired to rap. No, but I think it's already that though. Like I think even in the rapping shit, like I think you can be an artist in like I class myself as an artist now. But I'm saying in terms of my artistry, in terms of the artistry, I just think that
there's a difference between calling yourself an artist and a rapper.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I don't call myself a rapper. Like I don't refer to myself as that. Do you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is the rapping element of the art that I create. I'm saying that rapping element at this point is pretty much dependent on inspiration. Like something has to make me want to rap. Meaning, if somebody was just to hit me up and be like, yo, rap on this thing, and I listened to it and I didn't fuck with it, before, I could just write a verse and just do my thing and da-da-da-da-da. Now it's like, nah, I'm good. Like, if it doesn't make me want to rap, I'm not going to force the shit out, because with all the recent shit that man have barred up, all of those bars have been birthed out of inspiration, have been channeled through. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I prefer that to writing personally. When I just listen to like my shit, I prefer all the shit that I know, like, yeah, this wasn't written. I prefer all of that stuff. And it's like, all right, cool. Like, there's clearly I don't want to say a disconnect, because you can still pen something up and kill it, but in terms of maybe the way the words connect, I find that the words connect a lot more with the shit I haven't written. When I go back and listen to the things that I have written, I feel, back to what you were saying, my dad was saying, I can hear where I'm just rapping really sick to show you that I can rap really sick. There's not really any deeper purpose to it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, simplify that shit. Say what you're trying to say.
Type exactly, and that's what I've kind of found I've been able to get to without writing. So it's just, I'm just saying that I've definitely had the thought about, I don't know how much longer I'll be inspired to do this rap shit. I think, again, what's good though is generally the circle that man move in, like in this field, is generally a circle that tends to inspire me. So again, Will send me certain fire. I hear it and I'm like, yeah, I want to rap on that. Do you get what I mean? Like it's, that's kind of thing, like that 100 Days and Nights thing, that shit there. That shit there.
Soon. Why am I coming soon?
That shit there. It's like, again, for me, there's usually like an instant thing. Like as soon as I hear something, if I don't feel it kind of there and then, I'm not going to probably grow to feel it. For me, I'm usually, as soon as that shit come on, I'm like, yeah. That's it. Yeah, that's it. And I need in on this. Like that's my bar to Will in it. Yeah, I need in on this, bro. Bring me, fam. Bring me, bro. Like type shit. But like now, fam, again, I've been working a lot more on like the singing shit and that. And my template I've been using is that boy Abel. Man, I know we had this conversation the other day. And by the way, ever since we had that conversation about the weekend and shit, I started seeing a lot of media outlets saying the shit that we were saying in it. I'm not saying niggas is biting our shit. I'm just saying after we had that conversation, after it came out on YouTube, I just started seeing a lot of that shit come up. And people have made the comparisons with Michael and Dewey. Like, that's been done already. I'm not saying we're the first to say that. I'm just saying that conversation wasn't really going on. And I know that he had recently started going on tour when we had that conversation as well. But I just think it's important to note that after we had that episode and it was up on the YouTube and that, I just started to see a lot of different big platforms that like, is The Weeknd the Michael Jackson of this era? Like, it's interesting. It's interesting, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because they watching them. They know them.
Yeah, now, listen, I look at the page, man, like somebody watching we ain't promoting a shit. We ain't got, TikTok videos that we done it, like, but every week I upload it and lo and behold, somebody watching it, bro. Somebody
watching that motherfucker. Yeah, shit.
Yeah. But like,
they got their eyes on that shit, man. Eyes on their ears, man.
For real, bro. For real, but it's like, I've been using like the Weeknd's like songs as a template. I've just been like covering his tunes in it, and one, it makes me realize how much I can't sing. One, it also makes me realize that I am actually genuinely quite good at singing as well. Like those two things go hand in hand. You know what I mean?
You gotta like feel where you've fallen short to be able to like.
Yeah, and you feel it. That's a great way to put it. You can feel it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have the playback on when I'm recording, so like I don't like to hear my voice in my ears when I'm recording shit. And like when you recording like at the mic, singing the shit, like you can just feel as you're singing. When the shit's going like, this is going to hit. Like, when I listen back to this is going to be right where I need it to be. And you can feel when it's not, you know what I mean? It is a weird thing. But yeah, boy, I tell you, covering that nigga song, boy, that fucker can sing, man. I know that's not groundbreaking news. I know I'm not saying anything no one doesn't know.
Groundbreaking news. My God.
Breaking news just now. It has been confirmed by the OnlyMans podcast that Abel Tesfaye, also known as The Weeknd, can sing. Back to you in the studio. Like I know that's
we never doubted it for a minute. Boy, we always knew that boy could sing.
but it's like going and actually doing the music, like essentially reverse engineering it and shit. It really is like fucking hell, man. This you.
Yeah, it's different.
And when I say sing, I don't just mean it sounds really good. I'm talking about the technical aspects of singing and voice control, breath control, like just the technique. Like, yeah, he cold, man. It's
different from
that fucker there.
Different.
That fucker there, bro.
Yeah.
Man.
It's much different from.
Yeah,
not like these new motherfuckers, fam.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, he. And again, I've never seen a show of his live. My girl has seen him live once. And obviously you see videos and shit. But even live, that fucker sing the house down, bro. He sing the roof off, bro. Like, that fucker, he's not one of those studio singers. No, like, he can really sing. You know what I mean? Like,
no correct, no nothing from.
Yeah, bro. You know, like most people, they have to have the tune on the live mic, innit? Like, they'll have the tune going right through the live mic, or have the tune mic and the live mic right together and shit. Not him, bro. Nah, I just need that one regular mic. Put a bit of reverb on it if you want. You know what I mean? You can reverb it if you want for the live show, but yeah, that's all I'm gonna need from. That's all I'm gonna need. Yeah, he's.
Yeah, and he just pop out.
Yeah, he's cool.
Just carry on from there.
Yeah, he's cold, man. He's cold. I left my girl back home. Yeah. I don't love her no more. Yeah, he's cold, bro. Yeah, he's cold. Yeah, he's cold. He's cold. Well, fucking. Yeah, I have to stop saying that. I have to stop saying that. Pause,
like, oh yeah, see how big my arms got. Yeah, I mean, keep me from there.
What's that? Sorry.
You doing the little flex from see how big my arms got. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, with the singing and shit.
Oh, come on, bro. How can I flex to you?
Yeah.
How can I flex to you? Yo, Mr. Melody, bro. You know what I mean? Like, how can I flex to you?
I'm still working this shit out. I'm at the gate just like Ethan.
But nah, I'll tell you, with like some of these shits, because I potentially, if like I can get everything I want it to sound like that, I potentially might even release these just as covers, like literally just as like covers and shit. But like some of them, I listen to them, I'm like, yo, that's good, you know, bro. Like, hey, it makes me proud, innit? So yeah, man. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think like any time that you like work on something and you feel a certain amount of pride to that shit, you should honor that shit. You know what I mean?
Word.
That's why, Remember,
you know,
last episode, I said I violated my opinion because I didn't honor the shit, fam. Yeah, you should honor your shit, fam. You feel like, because the wickedest thing is, you'll look at it and be like, "Wow, I should have just done it."
Yeah. That shit really fucks with you, innit?
Mm-hmm.
That shit really. And you know what's crazy? Bro? Like, someone listening to who maybe doesn't do music or like creative arts and shit would be like, "What, bro? Like, you took some tunes down, like fucking big deal, fam." But do you know what I mean? Like, if you just say that to somebody who doesn't get it, it doesn't sound like a big deal.
Without context, it doesn't land the same, fam.
Yeah, but even with the added context, and again, without rehashing all that shit, but it's like, all right, you had a situation going on, and you said, I'm going to take this down. And do you know what I mean? Like, if you say that to someone who doesn't understand the kind of art of creation, like they don't get it, and the trigger warning, I'm not even trying to be fucked up when I say this, like genuinely, but it almost feels like aborting a child.
Damn, I mean, yeah.
And I promise you, I'm not even trying to bring the mood up, but it's like,
actually,
do you get what I mean?
I mean, not in the actual sense, but like in the creative sense.
In terms of how you feel about it, because I feel like you've definitely been in and maybe not so much now, but you had definitely been in like almost a state of mourning over that whole project. And I know the situation had a lot to do with it too, like obviously, but in terms of just that project part, there was almost like a mourning thing to it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because I've never realized until like late in the game when I realized like, wow, all this time from you searching for why this and why that, but you know from that time that he took it all down. He deleted all the fucking the drafts and the masters. He deleted all the final versions of this other one. The other thing, the very first thing. I'm pretty sure because I remember us having a conversation about the shit, and I was on the way back to my mum's house when I lived at my mum's, and I sent you the shit.
I think I still have it, you know.
You still got that? Yeah, recently found that, and also recently found the projects too.
Oh, you found them?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, is it like on a hard drive or something?
Yeah. On one of those.
That's wavy. Oh, that's wavy, bro. Do you think you would put those shits back out?
I think that's like the first step, but I don't know. I still have fears about that shit. You know,
right.
PTSD type of shit.
Yeah.
But like, not like it's gonna be happening, but like, I don't know. Yeah, just you doubt yourself. You know what I mean? Like, is that shit even really that good for you to even be reattempting to put the shit out again?
Right.
Is the other shit even that good for you to even be attempting to put that shit out in the first place? And you listen to it, and sure, you think it's cool because you got a sentimental attachment to it. You understand the whole thing. You understand the backstory. You understand the process of production. You get it. So you know what everything is trying to point and lead to. But like, will they? And you just kind of get...
You get lost in that self-doubt in a sense.
Is that shit really that good?
Again, I can't obviously say do this and you'll be fine or do that. Like, I sort of spoke about some pods ago, like kind of anxiety sort of shit that I would get whether we go on stage or whatever it might be. And again, for myself, I had to kind of make a rule with myself that was like, whenever you feel this way, you have to just push past it. And the worst thing that will happen is that you'll die. And that sounds really extreme, but I had to tell myself that constantly. Is that like, as scared as you feel and all that sort of shit, the worst that could happen is that somebody kills you. And if that happens, then all your problems are done. So it's fine. So just fucking do it. You know what I mean? Like I'm a tough love kind of person. Like I need that type shit. Because if I give myself enough room to just think, I can definitely just fall into whatever that is. You know what I mean? So I need to be like, with certain shit, I have to be strict with myself type shit. And it's like, again, with the self-doubt thing you're saying, I definitely can relate in the sense of being someone that already makes a type of music that, let's say, isn't necessarily the popular type of music, and already kind of having a chip on my shoulder about, will people fuck with it? Will they not? Does anybody care? Type shit. And for myself, again, the only way I kind of get past that is just, if you like it, then the worst that can happen is just you like it, and you can look back and be like, I did something while I was here. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, you just got to try and use that. Any of these feelings we have, you have to just try and find a way to turn it into fuel. Do you get what I mean? You might come across petrol, you might come across diesel, whatever it is. You have to just try and find a way to make it fuel you in it. Even if it scares you. If it scares you, then that's even better, because that means that you're actually doing something. If it don't scare you, then it means that you're in your comfort zone and nothing's really different. Do you get what I mean? So that feeling of being afraid, that feeling of not being sure, that feeling of like, yeah, but, like that, you have to use that as the fire in your fucking engine. Do you get what I mean? And the fact that you feel that way is because, you know, doing it is you doing it and putting something into the world and taking the risk of nobody fucking with it. And as artists, there is always this slight want and need of not just attention, but validation. Like there is
that shit. It's been 10 years in the making. I want somebody to hear that shit and be like, that's my changing.
Nobody gets into any of the professional arts, meaning put money into it themselves and Nobody gets into those fields that isn't looking for some form of validation, because that's what creativity is born through. There's always some and now I'm not saying that people need it to do what they're doing, but to some degree, which varies, there's always some sort of validation that you're looking for through the art that you create. That's for anybody, that's singers, dancers, painters, fucking whatever it is, even scientists, bro. If you've watched the Oppenheimer film, like, you can kind of see them niggas is kind of like fucking
their own thing that they trying to do.
They have their own shit, and they want to validate how smart they think they is. So they're like, we're gonna make this shit that nobody ever seen, bro, because we that smart, and this is gonna be proof that we that smart. Like, that was the whole thing behind it. Like, they didn't really give a fuck about the war or none of that shit. It was, we so smart that we can make this thing, and we're gonna make this.
We gonna be that man before. We gonna make this shit before that man make this shit.
Before them man, bro, because they ain't smart, bro. They ain't smart, and the validation was beating them, man, because they ain't smarter than us. We the smartest, bro. We the best music. Pause. All right, gotta do one an episode, right? Okay, that's fine.
Pause, man. Do you hear what he just said? Hey, man. Pause, man. No, man. Hey, yo, man. What the fuck was that?
I'm saying they wanted to make the bomb before the Nazis did, innit? Like, that was, again, they didn't give a fuck about the war. They didn't really give a fuck about none of that shit. It was about, yo, their man over there, their technology is so advanced and but the Nazis is wicked, but we wickeder than them. You know what I mean? Like, we wickeder than them, man, bro. So, and it's the same sort of shit with the arts, bro. I think anyone who creates something and puts it out into the world to some degree is looking for some form of validation. Like, because otherwise you would just keep it for yourself. Otherwise you would just make it and listen to it in your own yard and enjoy it. You wouldn't need the external validation of the shit. For a lot of this, it cost us money to do it. Do you get what I mean? Like, it cost us money to do this shit.
I still have anxiety about people hearing my shit. I want people to hear my shit, but then I don't want them to hear my shit in a weird way. I want them to hear the shit.
Why do you think you don't want them to?
If only there was a way that I could be like, hi, listener, here's this fresh pair of earphones. Put these in. I'm going to take you through the journey of how to listen to this music. Okay, sometimes there will be lines that sound like they're double lines, but it's not a double line. It's just a one line that's continuing. But sometimes there'll be single lines that sound like single lines.
But you see what that is, yeah? And it's fucking reconnecting. I thought he just stopped talking and we go in it. He'll still be talking. He'll definitely still be talking. Yup. Yeah. He probably moved somewhere in it. So he got outside or something. Because being at Will's yard and shit, I realized obviously you don't stay in one location while we're doing the pod. Like I record from here in it, but he moves around the crib. So he's probably moved somewhere and his signal's just cut out. Just give him a sec.
Yeah.
Yo.
Am I live still?
Yes,
back?
you back.
I think the food here. Hold on. I think the food is here.
Oh, okay.
No.
Go get the food, get the food.
Hold on. Let me just answer the door. This function. I had no idea this was going on.
Well, did you order food?
Hold on one second. Is it, boss? Sorry, man. Thank you. Yeah. No, just the bad one. Try. Yeah. Sorry for the technical difficulties, folks. We had a few technically people at the door difficulties type shit.
I said technically people. That's funny. Nah, do your thing, bro. It's not a problem. Nah, just to what you were saying about like talking people through the shit and that. I remember again on one of the old tunes that man did. So this is like back in like 2016 times. And I remember my cousin Tashan. You met my cousin Tash, innit?
Well, this time. Did I?
No, not this time. Like just in general.
No, I don't think so.
Nah, there was definitely a time. It's like you was here at my crib. I was here. Tash was here. My girl was here. And her friend was here. Again, this is like a little while back. This is maybe 18, 17 times.
I might have been strong on my bullshit them times, so I might have been looking to the hills.
No, I don't think it was a mashup thing then, you know. But anyway. The point is, I remember there was a tune that I'd put out, and again, I can't remember what tune it is. And obviously, again, he's my cousin, live in the city and that, he's put my shit, whatever. And he's like, yeah, I was like, I listened to your thing and that, and like, it's cold, innit? But he's like, yeah, you've got, like, there's a couple things, like, couple bars I've noticed, like, you'll spit a bar, and it'll be like an entendre or a word flip or something like that. It's like, you'll spit the bar, but then in the next bar, you explain the bar that you just spit.
Yeah.
And he's like, bro, don't do that. Like, he's like, just spit the bar and keep it pushing. And what I took from that, because the reason I would do that is exactly to what you were saying. It's like, when I'm doing something sick, I want to make sure that people understand the sick shit that I'm doing. And I know, like, a lot of the shit, it might go over someone's head. They might not get it because it's a very clever kind of flip or whatever. And it's like, I would explain the lyric in the lyric type shit. And I remember he said to me, like, bro, now what makes it fire is when you don't explain it. Just let people get it. And if people don't get it, it's cool, because when it hits them, they're going to be like, oh shit, that was fire.
Shit, that's what he meant.
Do you get one of the best examples I can give you? One of the best examples I can give you. And this is going to sound dumb in retrospect, but do you remember there was a song that Rick Ross and Lil Wayne did called John, I want to say? John Lennon?
Yeah.
Like, and Wayne has a lyric on that song where he says, remember me like John Lennon. Yeah, that shit. Yeah. And Wayne has a lyric on there where he says, I'll leave him dead in the living room. Get it? Leave him dead in the living room. And I promise you, it maybe took me 4 years until I understood that. I just was listening to it one day and I was like, oh shit, dead in the living room. That sounds stupid. I know that sounds stupid. But what you have to understand is growing up in Leeds and shit, my mum's like the main room. We always call that the living room, innit? So whenever I think of living room, I don't think of the word living. It's just that's the name of the room, innit? And like, so whenever I remember, I heard him spit the bar like the first time, and I was like, "All right, so you're gonna kill someone in the living room?" Like, and I don't know what it was. It didn't click in my brain. It just didn't click. And then one day it clicked. And I was like, "Oh shit, dead in the living room." And I know that's stupid, but it's to speak to the point of like, when that clicked for me, I was like, "Oh shit, that was fire." And I didn't even get it, but that was fire, bro. And I think it's the same thing to obviously what I was saying about not over-explaining the shit. And back to what you was originally saying, it's like, I think the OCD creative brain, it's like you'd want to walk people through how to experience your shit so that in your eyes, they can get the best experience of it. But actually, the best experience is them experiencing it themselves. You know what I mean? Because, and again, I've had tracks that people have fucking fallen in love with that I would have never imagined people to fuck with. I've talked about like the girl in China and shit with the railway tune. And it's like, I didn't make that tune with that audience in mind. I didn't fucking think, oh yeah, this is going to hit here or this is going to, I just did it and put it out. And through whatever life journey that person was on, whatever, that tune just met them in a moment and they fell in love with the tune. Do you know what I mean? The only part I had to do with it was making the tune and putting it out. The process of how this person came across the tune, like I can't control that. Do you know what I mean? And it's like the best experience that someone can get from your shit is just having the experience with it. And again, the creative brain, you want to have full creative control over all the shit, including the listening experience in it. You know what I mean? You want to have full creative control. Yeah, I get it, man. But unfortunately,
you could be listening through them X speakers. You know what I'm saying? In the nice creative space.
Well, you know what, bro?
All the nuances and all the flexes and all the little mixing techniques and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I've been working on this idea, which I'm going to talk to you about offline. And I was actually filming something yesterday when I spoke to you. Like, that's what I was trying to do. But to the point that you're making in it about wanting to take people through the experience of a project that you might put out, I'm working on something at the minute that, if it works, it could definitely be something that will help with that. I'll say that.
Okay.
I'll say that.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, I was doing some shit yesterday, and to be honest with you, while I was doing it, I was kind of not making it up on the fly, but there was no like structured plan. It was just like, all right, I just need to try and make this work and then see how it can work. And as I was doing it, I was like, okay, there's something there. There's something to this. And if I can figure out the kinks and figure that out, this could be a really cool way to, as Will said, give an artist the opportunity to maybe guide somebody through a process. So yeah, we'll talk about that more offline though, innit?
Okay, yeah, that sounds like some shit that's right up my street.
For real.
Back up and running.
For real, bro.
Like, I like to get, I mean, that's just my little artist shit, trying to control everything.
Of course. When I speak to you about it, you'll be like, and that kind of artist control thing you're talking about, I feel like it will help remedy that a bit when you hear the idea, because it's like, it still gives you artist control without you interrupting the experience for the listener. Like, I'm trying to talk about it without talking about it, but it's like, I'll talk to you about the idea. Because I think it's something that work. And to be honest with you, when I initially envisioned it, I envisioned it in your place, but I was just trying to find a way to make it work here. But in my initial envisionment for it was kinda. Again, we'll speak in it. We'll speak.
Yeah, but
nah.
the spot's always there. I was like grumbling about being at work, but it's only because I'll be at work.
Yeah,
yeah.
No, of course. Yeah, we can definitely figure those things out, man. We can definitely figure those things out. But nah. It's definitely been just going back to the whole carny shit for a sec. Like, it's definitely been a fun period, man. It was dope again seeing you, and it was dope. This is gonna sound fucked up, but it was dope seeing you and not doing music, like doing something else.
Yeah, and
like that was fire.
Nothing related. Just
like nothing even, because when I was packing initially, I thought like, oh yo, should I bring my laptop in it? I was like, no.
Because I thought that, I was like, is he gonna like bring everything? So I might bring a microphone real quick.
I literally had to tell myself, nah, because y'all ain't even gonna
don't bring that. And
it's refreshing, isn't it? It's refreshing to like link up and still be in energies and
but it's not
do it. Yeah. Because we always do that. Do you get what I mean? Because we always
every time.
Yeah, so yeah, it was cool.
Nice sometimes to just live. It's not work every day. Every day work.
Yeah. Exactly.
Work. Sometimes you just want to see life.
Nah, for real.
You don't want to do too much from you, so don't see it.
For real, bro. You get me?
Yeah, I saw much of it, dog. Thank you, girl, for bringing me so much life.
Oh man, life abundantly.
And man, life abundantly.
if that's the life that God created, bro, you get why the pastor be going off like that on a Sunday.
Man,
and get why
I see why that motherfucker be sweating while he's standing up there, jumping around and shit. I'm like,
because he's passionate about it.
Sweating. Yeah, he about that for real time.
Because
somebody pass him another handkerchief so he can wipe his forehead again one more time while he preach this shit. While he looking at this guy's wife. Go ahead, please.
You just there like, yeah,
that shit, my God. Yeah. Spend the whole service just, and then when everybody's leaving,
trust me, bro. Say, man, women's beauty.
The church like, the Holy Ghost hit that boy from when he walked in.
It did, dog. He seen the Holy Ghost all the way from the back of the church. Hallelujah. That shit was making me start singing praises in it. God, I said, God is good. Can I get an amen? Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
That's usually around about the time we need the handkerchief to wipe his forehead.
Trust me. And then you start telling people to come to the front. And Shoy comes to the front. Like, no, I'll pray for her in it. God, I can feel the Lord's Spirit on you. You know what I mean?
I know. You know what? I think we need to have some other sessions. You should come and see me after the congregation is done with. I'm gonna pray for you privately.
The Lord has told me that He has a special path for you and a special journey. And I think we should get together and go through the Word and really help you get on your journey that God wants you to be on. Hallelujah. You know what I mean? Like
when these little ushers just sitting there in the back, like,
this motherfucker here.
Yeah, this nigga, dog. This the sex one this week.
God's been speaking to a lot of people in this church, huh?
Well, it seems like he'll only be talking to people's wives.
I mean, hey, if you read the Bible story, right, Mary was minding her business, and God was like, "Hey, yo, my nigga Gabriel, go get her number, bro." Hey, but God, she got a man in it. I ask you all that, bro. You seen that, bro? Look
God
at that.
Was like, oh yeah, man, yeah. I bet. Watch this. Yeah, pregnant. Yeah.
I'm gonna give her the son of man. Watch this, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
how about that for having a man from? She
You know what I mean?
have the son of man.
And telling me my baby too. And what? Telling me anything you want to do in it. Anything you want to do.
He can't even beef it because he just gotta eat it.
You just gotta eat it, bro.
Why? What's he gonna say?
What's he gonna do? Pull up to my crib? Huh? In the celestial presence of space. Huh? Pull up on me. On what? A donkey and a camel? Alright, bro. I'll see you with it. I'll see you, bro. I'll see you, bro. Say nothing. But
I'm gonna see you when you're down here. Yeah, but when I'm down there, I'm your son. So what are you gonna do now? And you gonna kill me then? I bet. Let's do it.
And you know Jesus when he was a youth, he would have just been just shading and shitting on Joseph, innit?
Yeah, you ain't my daddy.
Joseph be like, yeah, Jesus, I think you've been playing PlayStation too long now. And Jesus would be like, I think really I should talk to my dad in it. Like, what do you think? Like, nah, he wouldn't even tell me. He would just be mad passive aggressive in it. He'd be like, nah, it is late, but my daddy's dad is time. So, like, what do you think? Like, do you think I should go to bed, or do you think I should like be my dad's son? Like, what do you think I should do?
Yeah, in fact, okay, just to make you feel bad, Joseph. Yeah. Spin the clock back in there.
Yeah, it's daytime now, innit? Yeah. I tell you what, bring me some water and I'll get you lit in it, like, you know what I mean? But I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna play the rest of this GTA game, like.
Yeah, them man only heard that I made wine from, but yeah, they ain't heard about the Henny I made. They ain't heard about the Ace of Spades I made from that night. From, yeah, we was lit. From. What you want?
So what do you think, Joseph? Do you think I should like make some Henny and like all that sort of shit? Or do you think I should go to bed? Like, what do you think I should do? You know what I mean? Like the one that was called to save planet Earth. What do you do again? Carpenter, right? What do you think I should do? You tell me. No. That's cool. It's cool. Now you tell me, bro. Now you tell me. Like my daddy could literally destroy the earth right now, but you tell me what you think I should do in it. Like,
you tell me. Yeah, look, go ahead. Oh, sorry. You was about to say. Sorry. Oh, my fault. Yeah.
Oh shit. Sorry, I turned off your ability to talk in it. Sorry, let me just turn that back on. Sorry. Say what you was gonna say, bro. Jesus start making him float and shit like it's Harry Potter and
that's what I thought, bro.
Jesus starts spinning him in the air and shit. He's like, nah, bro, just talk in it. Just say what you was gonna say, fam. Like you was gonna ground me or something, right?
Listen, Joseph, we keep going round and round in circles like this. I'm not going to bed, all right?
Listen, he'd be sweating Joseph from one side to the other side, back and forth. Like, hey, Joseph, I'm not going back and forth with you, you know, bro. Like, I'm not going to go back and forth with you. Like, you know what, Joseph? I'm going to turn you into a bed for 24 hours. Now you're in bed, isn't it? Like, and you're going to stay right there, bro. You know what I mean? I don't try to tell my mom either, because she feel on my dad in it, and my dad will fuck you up, blood. So.
Mary walk in the room. She's like, "Oh, have you seen your father?" I was like, "Yeah." I was talking to him outside before. Like, no, not that one. Joseph. Oh yeah, Joseph. Oh yeah, nah, I ain't seen him still.
Yeah. Alright, Mom, do me a favor though. Like, when you're talking about Joseph, just say Joseph in it. That nigga ain't my dad, bro. Like, you not my daddy. Like, just say Joseph in it. I'm not even gonna call him Joseph or Uncle Joe. Like, nah, it's Joe in it. Call that nigga Joe, fam. Call that nigga Joe.
Oh my gosh. Listen, Joseph. I know that,
there should have been some MVP award for Joseph in it, bro. There should have been something where God was like, I say nothing, bro, because you raised my whole unit.
Yo, Joseph is the realest nigga of all time, fam.
Bro. Because
imagine, bro, I'm just about to say, imagine the scenario of him kicking it, you know what I'm saying? He went to work or whatever, he came back. Your wife's like, "Oh yeah, I'm pregnant." Hey, what you mean, pregnant? I wasn't even here. Hey, yeah, no. God came by earlier.
Yo, listen. I've got a company called Young Messiah, YMLOE, all of that. Shorty can't tell me that in the crib, dog. I'll be honest with you, fam. Shorty can't tell me that in the... I'm sorry, what did you say?
Yeah.
Man.
I said God stopped by it.
How God know where we live, first of all? Like, yo, like, I know he's the creator of the universe, but what the fuck, bro? Like, why he come here, innit? Why he come here? Blood.
God said, yeah, you know, we went around all the houses. We found out he was the perfect candidate. So you picked me.
Nah, God was going up the street, innit? God was going up the street in his drop top thing. And Mary was outside, and it was like, yeah.
Yeah. And Mary was like, I don't know what you picked me for, but he said he had picked me. And then all of a sudden, I woke up, was in the room, I closed them, and I was like, this is a bit weird. And I put my clothes on, and I was like, oh my God, my stomach, I'm pregnant.
Man.
Yeah, so that's what happened when you went out to the store to get some cigarettes, Joe.
And God also said that if you leave or try and hurt me, he can kick your ass. So, yeah. Do with that what you will.
He said you got to hold it down.
Yeah.
Joseph.
He said we can't get a divorce either in it. Like, you know what I mean? He said you got to just wear it. You know what I mean? You got to just wear it. That's good. And Joseph, you just wore it, fam? Didn't hear about that nigga and gave him the Bible. You know, Joseph just stayed at the yard and just watched TV all day in it. Like, he was like, yeah, fuck this one. Nah, because niggas ain't gonna write me in this story like I'm Adam 22, fam. Niggas just pulling up on my wife, but I am not Joseph 22, bro. Like, allow me, bro.
Nah, because Joseph got to a point with mine, and he said, listen, I know I'm not your dad. You know what I mean? So, like, he did leave me here to look after you. You know what I mean? And, like, yeah, he's up there watching over us and all that and making sure nothing, like, mad happens. But, like, I'm the one that got to make sure that, you know what I mean, there's food on the table and, like, the candle bills is lit. And, yeah, I'm saying, you know what I mean? That's all me. Get me? So, like, it would be nice if everyone wants to know how you know what I mean, do something for me.
Bro, in the middle of Joseph giving this, like,
just
putting like food on the table shit, Jesus is going through, like, Jesus is going through, like, the basket and shit. And he comes back with the basket, and the basket is full of bread and fish. He's like, yeah, here you go, bro. Anything else? Anything else, G? Because, like, my Jesus outside in it, like, yeah, we're going to go see some bad things, you get me? Go see some Babylon things. Here's all the bread and fish, bro. Maybe some wine before. Is there anything else, dog? Like, do you know what I mean?
But some potatoes and turnips and them things there from.
Joseph been working a straight week, fam. Came back with 2 potatoes and a turnip, bro. Like,
Jesus made that shit cheese and wine and fucking bread and wine and cheese and bread and grapes and wine and cheese. Yeah, he multiplied that motherfucker.
Yeah,
is there anything else that you needed, Joseph? Or is that it? So,
because Jesus would have been, because he would have been one of them, like, cocky, passive-aggressive fuckers in it, like.
Yeah, I'm going out with my boys Peter and Paul and them, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, don't let them back in.
Joseph, this like food on the table thing is cute and shit in it, but my Jesus outside right now, bro. Them man rented like the Lambo donkey, fam. You know what I mean? Like, my niggas is outside right now, dog. You know what I mean?
Tell myself I'll be right back.
Yeah. Do you want me to stop the time again? Like, do you want me to do that, or like he's gonna tell her, like, because I'm going in it, so you're the man of the house and that, like, you know what I mean? So, like, tell her whatever you want to tell her. You get me? Like,
yeah. Shit.
Yeah, we go into that new club in Jerusalem, fam. Like, they all there, bro. Like, all of them, bro. Like, they all there, fam. I heard Mary Magdalene was there, my nigga. I got to be there in it. So,
he outside the club with all his brethren touching their chins to grow beards and shit so they can get You say you can do miracles, isn't it? Yeah. Put man up, yeah. You smash a bed up, like, yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
The bouncer's like, ayo, like shoes only, like no sandals in it. Like, yo, I can't come in. Jesus, like, you man, crown the corner, saying that. Like, just shoes everybody up from, like.
Just tap everybody's foot from everybody shit turn to like Campbell of the finest one.
And you know Jesus, he'd be on that super fake humble shit. So like the club would be like, oh shit, Jesus is here. Oh shit, yo, we got a section for you, we got bottles for you and that. And like, nah, it's cool, man. Like, don't even worry. Because he knows all them little Philistine gal is watching it. So he trying to be like fake humble. It's like, nah, it's cool, man. Let the people have it, you know what I mean? Like, middle of the thing, fucking he talking and shit. Now everyone's listening to him, bro. And that's one of the sermons in the Bible. He was in the middle of the club just breaking game down and shit. Like, you know what I mean?
That's the little Philistine girls is watching.
He turned to Paul and said, "Aye, yo, watch this, bro. I'm about to turn this shit up, fam. And my people, I say to you, aye." And he just start breaking down game, fam.
Nudge Peter and be like, yo, watch how I raise up these things from we all like, what's your say?
Yeah, because you know he would have been the Riz king in it. Like, you know he would have been the king of Riz, dog. Like,
bro, they wrote his words.
And people live by them today, bro.
Yeah.
He got more bars than Shakespeare, my nigga. You know what I mean? Like, him, bro. He's still the top selling artist at his label, fam. No one else selling that Bible. Still, dog. He's still selling
top selling artist of all
time.
Do
you get me, bro?
With no breaks, fam.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. And to be fair, he did get a massive cosign coming into the game. Like, God being your dad is a massive cosign. But he put out a lot of projects. You know what I mean? He did the groundwork, bro. You know what I mean? His shows was crazy. People turned up at his shows, healing miracles at his shows. This nigga walked on water. Like, yeah, bro. He did his thing when he was
all that. Well, yeah, he even met people. He even made a whole hungry cow at a festival eat.
Yeah, bro. Imagine an artist do that. That would go clean. That would go clean viral in it. An artist come out on stage in wireless or something.
The kind of budget that would take for you to feed everyone at the festival,
bro. But that would have been nuts, though, fam. An artist come out, fucking name an artist. Drake, no, we've talked about him too much. Yeah, come out and fucking. It's like, yo, before we even get into this shit right here, I know you fuckers been here all day. Everybody got to eat, fam. Everybody eat, fam. And the people just bring out food to everybody, bro. Everybody got food. That shit, yeah, they're gonna forgive him for all the anti-Semitic shit in it. Like, back, dog.
They gonna get all that slide from. Trust me. I remember there was clubs that used to, like, when you get to around about 5:30, 6-ish, they'll start coming around with like bacon sandwiches and like pizzas and shit. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, that was a small window. That was a small window for them because when they started doing the budget at the end of the month, they were like, wait, we spent how much on bacon sandwiches? No. No, cut that out. We never do that shit again, dog.
Yeah.
So you're telling me this big section here is bacon sandwiches? Nah, somebody get fired, bro. Fuck that. Somebody getting fired, dog. You know what I mean?
Like, nah. There was a lot of people getting dashed under the bus, fam. I could definitely. That end of that little like quarterly meeting, yeah, somebody got fired for sure.
Yeah, bro, because you know the boss ranted for 45 minutes about them bacon fucking sandwiches, bro. And whose fucking idea was this bullshit, bro?
It was Phil. Phil suggested bacon sandwiches and pizza slices for our drunken attendees. He said it will be good. It will make them want to buy more drinks.
And then Phil starts snitching on everybody in it. Phil say, all right, we telling the truth.
But Will said, actually, if we really going to get into this, Will said, maybe we should feed them something and it will make them feel bad. And then Joel was like, oh yeah, you know what really helps a lot? Something salty. And then
And you know that Phil got all the receipts as well.
Her name, Justine. Justine. She was like, oh yeah, why don't you just give them bacon sandwiches? Bacon's cheap, right? And then that's when I said, oh yeah, that's a great idea. We should give people bacon sandwiches. And people,
and Phil's like, hey, just in case you don't believe me, I have all the emails printed out right here for everyone to look at. Phil, because Phil knew they was gonna dash him under the bus in it, and Phil came ready for war. You know what I mean? He's like, I'm not losing my job over these bacon fucking sandwiches, but if I ain't gotta die, someone else gotta die too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And now clubs don't do bacon sandwiches no more. Do you get what I mean? Like,
yeah, they do not do that no more. I can't even remember the last time I was in the club and they had some. Man, I wouldn't take it right now. I'll take a pizza slice margarita,
bro. And to be fair, what would have been smart is even if you fucking do that, then just sell them in it. Because you sell bottles at an exorbitant price and people buy them. Like, make the sandwich and just sell them for £10 each. You don't even drunk club people will buy that shit.
The trouble is the licensing, though, isn't it? I think maybe that's
you're right. Yeah, you're right. Because you can't sell food without licensing.
You know what I mean?
But then, if you're a club, though, you've already got, like, the license for...
You don't got food license, really. You don't got a license to be selling food or having food coming out.
I guess if you're like an exclusive club, like you don't do anything else. But most clubs, there'll be like a restaurant in a club or a bar in a club, or you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but then like your license as a restaurant ends at a certain time. You can't just be operating outside the time of your shit. You know what I mean?
No, that's true. To be fair, cool. That's true.
You might be a restaurant / club, but then like the time when you were a club, in it.
Because like even with my mum's shit at the carnival thing, like even like with the licenses she had to get and that, it's like they're to a certain time in it, and it's like you said, like you're cool between these times, but you can't sell food after this time type shit. Yeah. Like, yeah, nah, I hear you.
So maybe that's more so what it was.
Yeah, probably.
Because I can see them man trying to like do a good Samaritan thing, and then like the system being like, "Hey, you fucking sons of bitches, you out here feeding these motherfuckers for free. Fuck wrong with y'all niggas? Tax."
Aye. We can't take 40% of these bacon sandwiches if you ain't selling them, bro. Like, so either fix it up or no more bacon sandwiches. Yeah, that shit. No more egg sandwiches, no more cheese and ham, no more tomatoes, BLTs, none of it, bro. No bread, no butter, none of it.
Yeah, because tax is going to 60%. Yeah,
though. And you can't send a 60% per sandwich, bro, because we're gonna shoot you in it. Like we're gonna someone here to blow up this whole place. Do you know what I mean?
Man. And we will. We don't give a fuck about none of that shit, fam.
Imagine that, bro. Imagine doing your taxes and you getting sandwiches and cutting 40% of the sandwich out to send to the fucking the tax people. They're gonna come and kill your family, innit? Like they're like, "Oh, you playing with us now? Okay, now you playing with us. You sent sandwiches to swear down. This was your tax, yeah? All right." Say nothing, fam. God, we need you to hit the flood button again, bro. Like hit that shit. Yeah, hit the fire stop button on this.
Don't hit this flood button instantly. I'm gonna do it myself.
Trust me.
I'm gonna flood the whole shit myself. Unless you get this motherfucker to pay me today. Yeah, that's just the message I'm leaving. I know it's on your answering machine wherever you'll get back. Yeah. Same shit. But just make sure, because by the end of the day, either I got peas or like this whole shit is flooded.
Oh, it's really up in it. Like it's really up, bro. Like
just will just get back to me. Yeah. All right.
And they'll always end the message nice like that. All right, have a good day. You know what I mean? Tell the fuckers to die. You just said you're gonna come kill them all. You want me to tell them to say hi? I swear to shit like that, yeah. You know what, bro? We're just not gonna sell bacon sandwiches. It's cool, innit? type
Yeah,
shit.
because they cut that shit out abruptly. I remember those other spots where, because like there was one spot that started it, and then it became like a little trend between like 1 or 2 spots.
Right.
The last 2 spots that were doing it, it's like, they just abruptly ended that shit, bro. Yeah, cut that shit.
Like one day it was happening and then it just never happened again. No announcement, no explanation, just like that's just done.
Nothing. Yeah. Just like that. Done. I remember even the spot that I worked at here. They have like installed like all these like pizza oven things and they still like make pizza.
The one that man did the show up.
Nah. The shit was closed by that time. But yeah, that was like,
I'll carry on, sir.
And I'm like, oh, why don't y'all like stay open the night and like make pizzas, like and sell pizzas? Licensing. I was like, yeah, I get it. That's like you make so much money. So many people like walk literally past here because like this is the only other way that isn't like the inside way to get to certain places. And everybody comes from town past here and up to wherever they is going. Licensing. Shit. Y'all can't get a license to sell pizzas at fucking Club. But then I realized I was naive. I didn't know how that shit worked.
Yeah, I was gonna say, bro, like, and as you said, it's like,
you wake up and be like, give me license, thanks, here, peace, bye, thanks, bye.
Yeah, bro, it's like, it's mad that them things there, bro, like, they're not easily come by. Like, usually it's not even just like a peas thing per se, but like with certain shits and them certain licenses, it's like, you have to have this particular thing installed in your building to get this license. You know what I mean? Like, you have to have certain shit, like certain types of drainage, and if you don't have it, you got to gut the shit out. You know what I mean? It's like it get techie and it can get super techie, and then on top of that, you still got to pay for the fucking license. You know what I mean? And then wait for the license and all that shit. Yeah, it can get techie, man. It can get techie, man. Because again, even like the carnival store my mum's had and that, and like she had to get those licenses sorted out like time ago. In it, I remember like months ago, she would ask me to like help her with certain things and stuff, and it's like, just to what you're saying, I'll be there like, fuck it, you gotta do all of this to just put up a thing and just, and she's like, yeah, no, like yeah, you do, fam. Like yeah, because they will come and shut this shit down. You know what I mean? Like, and they check. You might not think they check. You might not see nobody, but they check, dog. They check and they know, fam. And they know, fam. Like, yeah, it's not a game. It's dead.
They're not, yeah.
It's like the tax shit, innit? It's like, in your mind, you think to yourself, well, out of all of the fucking bank accounts in the world, these niggas just gonna look at mine. Like, how would they know, fam? Like, if I just don't pay, but like, nope. They know, fam. Nope. They know, and they looking.
They know
specifically at yours.
They know when you're awake. They know when you're good. Come on, telling you what to see. Yeah, a little prelude to the upcoming season. But yeah, they know. They know what time it is with you, fam. They know the time that you look at. I know where that's website with the tentacles and shit. Yeah, they knew.
And at any second can pull all of it up.
Oh yeah.
How far do you want to go back? Last day, last week, last year, last 10 years, 20 years? How
individually?
Yeah. We can give you a second by second play of your entire life. Like how do you want to do it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, bro, it's mad. It's really mad when you think about it. It's really mad when you think about it. But what was I going to say?
Yeah, Carnival was amazing, honestly.
Yeah.
I think about it sometimes and I'm like, yeah, that was like,
yeah. No, it's beautiful, man. It's a beautiful time. It's a beautiful, beautiful time. I definitely encourage anybody who hasn't experienced it, like go and experience it. It literally is open for all in it. I know people might hear, oh, it's it's a West Indian thing. Like it's for everybody. Like it's for
them
everybody.
plugs there, fam. Sold them, couple of them, about 3 of them. Spotted
Bro,
you
talking about
niggas was close.
You talking about Zim, bro? I'm talking about all of Africa, bro. White people, black people, Asian people, people from all over the world, men, women,
I'm just giving people adoring it. I'm just giving people adoring it.
Old, young,
like y'all know everybody laughing.
Yeah, it's open for all. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful time, and even though the gat is everywhere, it's a beautiful thing in it. It's a beautiful thing. Like it's all positive. You know what I mean?
There's so many times I nearly bumped into people holding food. Those people are very lucky. I was being astute to where I was trying to go and not losing my focus from. Because I could have easily lost my focus from.
Yeah, it was definitely one of those.
Yeah. A real test. Like in the animes where like the character goes through like the shadow realm and he gotta like resist the urge to fight back, and he just gotta like make it through and not like do anything. And then he opened his eyes, he made it through, and he's stronger than a motherfucker.
Type shit.
Yeah,
it's definitely one of them. Bro, I even forgot, like you just said, it reminded me. Like, again, this is after you've gone and shit. A man will come back and clean up at the end. Because obviously there's other people cleaning up and shit. So you're helping people, you do the I think I definitely, like, 2 girls definitely tried to raise me up. Like, but at the time, again, I'm so dead on my feet. I'm not even on that sort of shit. I wouldn't be anyway, honestly. But fucking, we helping them and shit. I'm going past, oh, you look cool, like, yeah, helping them, so it's like, where you look from, blah, 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 blah. And it was like, oh yeah, like we've seen you going back and forth all day in it. Like, yeah, we've been seeing you. Like, oh yeah, like we've been stupid. Like, yeah, like my mum's obviously lives close. So, like, I'm not even on the wavelength. And I was like, oh shit. I like fucking.
We see you all day. Man said, yeah, mama.
Bro, I'm not, but like again, and I tell you what, like. I'm not even cool with shit like that. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, if I ever try to be Mr. Cool, like, it's almost like a repellent thing, But whenever I'm not being cool, I don't know what it is, but there's just like they're just drawn to man in it. Like, it's like I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, but like
naturals, they'll be
exactly. Like, my riz is like not having riz. If that makes sense. Like, because I don't think like I'm good as that guy. I feel like anytime I've tried to be that guy, it's never been good.
That shit come back.
But when I'm just jamming, like what will usually happen is like someone or the person or whatever, like it'll be the day after or something. You basically come like, yo, that girl was on you, innit? I'm like, wait, which one? It's like,
which one?
Wait, like, I was talking to her. I was like, brother, she was on you the whole night, bro. She told everyone that. I swear down, bro. Like, I'm fucking talking about stars in the universe and shit. Like, I'm talking about fucking such stupid shit,
Why she ain't say nothing?
Bro.
Well, she would have if he had gave a chance, if he ain't talking about how God is talking through all the people that's around him.
Bro,
so
all that type shit. Yeah, like, my girl says it all the time, bro. Like, because again, back in like early years and shit, she used to hate like when I would talk to girls. And again, I would never even talk like a team like that. But I'll talk to people in it. And just like, you don't get it in it. Like, you just talking about shit, but you have a way with words. Like it draws people in. Do you know what I mean? She's like, nigga, she didn't say nigga, obviously, but she's like, yo, like, how do you think fucking I'm here, bro? Like, I'm a girl. I'm telling you this is a fact, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you something. I was like, all right, shit, sorry. Because I'll be there trying to be Mr. Helpful and fucking help people and shit. And, you know what I mean? People come to you like, oh, you know what I mean?
Good guy and shit.
Just try. He's like, nah, lock all of that off.
Captain Save Everybody. Sorry.
Yeah, trust me. Try to save all these hoes from.
None of that, fam. Yeah. Can't save everybody, dog.
Trust me.
Save yourself.
Yeah, trust me, because they trying to get you, dog. You know what I mean? But no, Carnival was dang, man. It's a beautiful time. It's a beautiful time. Even like when I was there, Lord, my girl was like, "Yo, if somebody whining, you like whining it, like do your thing, like it's culture, like you know what I mean." I was like, "Yo,
that way running through back and forth.
Listen,
we have no time for it.
I was like, "Yo,
believe me,
you don't even understand, dog. Like there was no space in the day. There was no space in there for anything like that."
Because at one point I was like, "Dog, you ain't even gonna check me around," so you know what I'm saying. So I can see the shit. But then I was like, "Yeah, nah, we working. There's too much work here to be done for us, not to just disappear it for."
It was too much shit. It was too much shit. Like, yeah. She was like, nah, like she was saying it from time. It's like, nah, you shouldn't do that. I was like, bro, listen. It's not that I'm saying I wouldn't. I'm not trying to say that I'm above that because but what I'm saying to you is like there's no. You might say amen. You might say amen. Hallelujah. Yes, Jesus. Yes, Lord. Hallelujah, Lord. Praise the Lord. Amen. But like now, fam, it was non-stop. Yeah. Like praise God. God is good.
Chill.
And yeah,
my God, I'm kidding. I'm playing.
God no playing, man.
Yeah, he know. Yeah,
you don't think God and your homies be cracking up like this, fam? You don't think God and your homies be cracking up like this? Oh, God and her homies. Sorry. His her. You know what I mean? Let's not misgender God. You know what I mean? Let's not do that. We have to be accepting to all. That's what the good word says, right? The Bible is sick. The Bible is sick because it says, "Yo, love everybody and treat everybody equally, but not the gays, though, fam. Like not them, though, fam.
That man are weird still."
Yeah. The Bible is sick, innit? The Bible is sick with that. Yeah. No. Everybody's equal. Everybody's the same, and God loves everybody the same. But if you don't listen to every word He says, He's going to send you to eternal damnation. Like He's going to make you burn in hell forever. But He loves you, knowing it.
What's even more wicked? You man, I'm gonna give you some rules. Just don't do these things, and you'll be alright. You'll be alright. There you go, living your life, not doing the things I say not to do. And then one day, this will be like, "Oh yeah, a bunch of them niggas is doing that shit over there, so like everybody dead." Yeah, war, everyone, dead, everyone, yeah. Yeah, but God, what do we even have time to explain? Like, yeah.
No. Water. Yeah, but you try and call God on speed dial and He ain't answering. You're going straight to voicemail. Like when you try and call Will, that actually goes straight to voicemail. Like, Godphone is good. Yo, Godphone, like you have reached the gift gap voicemail. Please leave your message after the tone. And there's no tone.
You have reached the gift gap mail box. So God.
And he says his name, but like it's a pause. You have reached the gift gap voicemail of God. God. Yeah, I mean, not answering. Yeah, that's peaking it. You follow all the rules, everything right. And a couple of knuckleheads down the street, we fucking up. Everybody gotta die. Everybody dead from that.
Everybody that ain't no HR to complain to. Ain't no time to even be like, "Yo, listen, man, we were just up the street and we was like doing everything he had said." Yeah, you chief, because he is next to them niggas. Yeah.
Bro, when you call the head of HR, bro, he just goes straight to his other phone. His other phone that he leaves in his desk at work, bro. He don't even answer that phone. You know what I mean? But he just go right.
Answer that motherfucker, but he like, yeah, fuck that, but anyway.
Nah,
killed
nah.
man anyway.
Yeah, trust me, Jesus, like, nah, you still ain't paying me, dog. Like, the overtime I just did down there, bro, them niggas killed me, dog. And I still ain't got my pay off that shit. How the fuck, bro? Like, don't tell me about when I come back and shit. I ain't going back. I need my pay. I need my shit. I'm not going back down there until you send me my piece. God telling him, like, nah, if you want to get the back end, God, like, yo, if you want to get the back end, you gotta go back in it. Like, when you perform at shows and shit, like, nah, you gotta finish your set in it. Jesus, like, I ain't going back out there, fam. Them niggas is wild, bro. Like, nah. They killed me. I ain't going back out there.
They've been waiting for you out there to come out, you know, fam. It's like, yo, I think that's the only thing that can, like, save the show and make it live again, fam. You just gotta go out there. Like, I see the last time, fam.
Nah,
yeah.
no.
Alright, cool. Alright. I'm gonna go out there as long as there ain't no trees nearby, ain't no wood nearby, ain't no metal nearby. Pause. Yeah. Ain't no metal nearby, ain't no nails nearby, ain't no sledgehammers. Basically, just let it be a vast open space in it. But Jesus, you know, they got trees down there on the whole earth. Like, we can't.
Nah, well, I don't want to tell you that. Like, I'm trying to work with you here. You know what I mean? Like, really, you already owe me the back end. I went out there. I did 3 songs. Like, those parables hit. I did my shit. I walked on water. Turned water to wine. You know what I mean? I put the nigga ear back on. I rose Lazarus from the dead. That's not even the contract, by the way.
They still killed man.
Listen, you told me no zombies, and I rose Lazarus from the dead. So that's, you know what I mean? I already went above and beyond. I ain't going back out there. Like, no. Listen, send the prophet or send what's the fat you call? What's the fat you call Buddha? Send him out there, but I ain't going back out there. Fuck that. I ain't going back out there. Because you know Jesus gets disrespectful when he's tired in it. You know he get disrespectful. What's the fat you called, fam? The gold fat you, man, with all the bling. Buddha in it, send him out there, but I ain't going out there, fam. Fuck that.
That one there. Just don't confuse whether he black or white, fam. Send him out there.
Send him out, bro. He don't know if he black or white or fat or
now, they see me now.
Because he keep trying to play his tracks for me, bro. I want to hear this shit, bro. He trying to collab with me. I want to collab with him, bro. Send him out. I'll collab with homeboy, fam. I know.
And I've seen their little videos talking about, I seen that little buddy I'm talking about, you see that Jesus, he learned everything, you know, from me. Like, where's your evidence, bro? Where's your proof, bro? Show me evidence.
Jesus. Jesus do like, you see these old heads here, they're just hating because the young boys here and it's my time, you get me? They've been around for thousands of years. The young boy came and took over the whole scene, but you know what I mean? Everybody stole my flow. You know what I mean? Jesus started talking
what they call them now? They call them shiesties.
Jesus and a shiesty, fam. Like, talking crazy, fam. You know what I mean? With a big chizzy on the big chain, innit? Like the big one, fam. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he didn't even got the cross in it because he don't fuck with the cross. You know what I mean?
Yeah, shout out to the OGs, Moses and them, man. You know what I'm saying? Free up my brother.
Yo, Jesus do a fire in the booth, fam. Like, big up to the real ones. Long live my real one, Moses. Long live David, to get me. Long live Solomon. Free up Job, doing time in the can. You know what I mean? I free up Paul.
Long live Adam, the OG. You get me?
The OG, the original. Man wouldn't be here without him. I said, listen, yo.
Free up my guys in the... Wait. I can already see it now, and that shit will go mad, fam.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Not even because man can rap here, but it's got Jesus and he's going in, fam.
But again, bro, as we said, fam, they wrote his words and people live by them, fam. You know he be barring up in it. He be barring up, fam. And then he's gonna send for Satan. You know what I mean? He's talking about the time that Satan pulled up on him on the top of the hill, and he was like, "Nah, bro, ain't even on." You know what I mean? He could talk all this shit for. You know what I mean?
Man, he walked up into the little fucking, what's it called? little tabernacle where they had all the shit happening, all
The
the
temple,
little
innit?
money change
The
people
temple,
had their
yeah.
desks and shit. Yeah, he walked up in that bitch and said, "Get them tables out here." Woo, kick. Shit did a slow motion flip in the air like it was the Matrix. And he punched that shit and broke it in the middle and said, "I told y'all motherfuckers don't come around here again." Yeah, the unedited version.
Trust me. And you gonna put all that in the verse, in it, the Fire in the Booth verse. Yo, man went up there solo, went up there dolo. Then man was outside the temple. Went up one man deep. Kicked man in his face and I hunt man scene. No one else out here could run my scene. I said, yo, Jesus, the one and the only. You don't know, my dad is holy. I come with that smoky. Man don't get bun like a rollie. Man don't get done like a egg.
Oh yeah, got shanks and pokies.
Got shanks and pokies. Man kick over tables and chairs. Man pull these man by their hair. Get the fuck out of here. Man said, look, run the beat back. I said, yo, like, you know, Jesus will be up there going crazy.
With the Kanye frames and the Richard Mille on the wrist.
Trust me, fam. He go up there and start barring up, fam. Barring up. Everybody catching him, bro.
I wasn't even gonna come in like that, but you know what I'm saying? God, that son, man. And he say, yeah, go speak to the people. So yeah, I'm saying, yo, check it. Listen. Come on, slap you, turn on the cheek.
All of them, bro. I am the way, the truth, and the life. Come on, bro.
But the wickedest thing is, like, we laughing and joking right now, but that's somebody that bars in it. Like, that's what it was.
But that's what it is. Yeah, that's the thing, bro.
People write that shit down and be like, yeah, nah, that's bars still.
Bro, it was, again, my guy did, like, it was one of his, like, lives he did. He was talking about a similar thing in it, and he was saying, like, what people don't get, like, in these days, it's like, you see all this, like, the Bible and the shit, and these words, like, these niggas, they was spitting, bro. They was bars, fam. Like, he compared it to battle rap in it, but he was like, yo, think about what's battle rap. Two people will be there, or someone will be there, and they speak into a crowd, and they using words to portray shit. What are these man doing? Yeah. They speak into crowds and using words to portray shit. These words are written down and people live by them. Yeah. It's like these, that it's not going to come in that same way. Like, we are the modern day prophets. Like, we are the ones that do that. Like, this word is inscribed in it. And it's like, it's a very, like you said, when you break it down, and as I said, we're laughing and joking and shit, but really, bro, like, these shits is bars, fam. The Lord's Prayer, that's not one of the coldest verses you've ever heard, fam. In terms of just the structure of a verse,
the
bro.
most iconic verse of all time, fam.
Because you don't even have to be a Christian to know that shit, bro.
You'll still be trying to figure out shit, fam.
Bro, there's so many levels to it, bro. It's like you said, there's the simple shit, just A, B, C, D. There's the fucking...
They are daily bread. Yeah, motherfuckers gotta eat bread every day. Yeah, for sure.
Forgive us our sins as we forgive those that sin against us. Cool, like, say nothing, people do you wrong, get past it.
Say less, like, sorry, my friend, I didn't mean to fuck you up.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, I fucked up you. Yeah, my fault.
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. I say nothing, I don't think it's no fuck shit. Like,
this weekend. Because it's like, go, but better not go this weekend.
It's like, lead us not into evil. Like, don't take us to evil. It don't mean we ain't gonna, you know what I mean? But if we get into some shit, then deliver us from it. You know what I mean?
Shit when I get back.
Lead us not into temptation. You know what I mean? Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Like, if some shit go down, help you, boy, out. You know what I mean? Deliver us from evil, dog. Like, help me.
Help me.
Yeah, nah, it's a cold verse, man, and that's what that shit is. Them man were barring, bro. Them man were barring up and gave bars.
That shit is frozen. I broke that shit down in lots of different ways, man. And I realized, man, that's when I realized that, like, these man been hoodwinking and bamboozling people, man.
Yep.
What it really is that all these things are telling you, like, yeah, seek ye first the kingdom of God.
And his righteousness.
Yeah, I'm saying, it's like, how are you gonna look for heaven externally
And not
when
find
they
heaven.
told you it's with them? It's always them. It always is them. Be still and know that
Yeah.
I am the Lord. But who is I am? Don't you say I am? I
Yeah.
am going to eat. I am going to shower. I am going to. I am.
And what did the burning bush say to Moses when he said, "Who should I say sent me, fam?" He said, "Tell them I am sent you."
I am.
Who is I am? I am that I am.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's deep, fam. It's deep. It's again, we not to use the word in a negative sense, but we manipulate words kind of with what we do. Like we use the art of words to convey things. And when you understand words in that way, it's very similar to being a musician and listening to music. Like you listen differently. It's very similar to being a filmographer or a director or something and watching a film. Like you watch it differently. It's like, when you look at some of these words and just even how the shit is structured and just how metaphors and puns and flips and entendres and shit like that work, it's like there's so much levels to a lot of that shit. You know what I mean? There are so many levels to it. Like, again, the Lord's Prayer, arguably, people say, like, what is the meaning of life? Like, arguably, you could say that that prayer is the answer to that question if you really break it down. If you do the science, our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our sins, as we forgive those that sin against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For yours is the kingdom, the glory, and the power forever and ever. Amen. So go from the beginning. Our Father who art in heaven. Who is our Father? What is Father? Father is the life giver, if you will. Life comes through the mother. Life giver is the Father, the thing that's created you, the creation, the source. The spark. That's a great way to put it. And the spark always, at least perceivably, always exists outside of self, but simultaneously exists within self. Our Father who art in heaven, heaven as we perceive separate to ourselves, hallowed be thy name, glorify and honor that spark. Thy kingdom come, so the spark above, you bring it to the spark within. Thy kingdom come down on earth, we are earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. We need sustenance. You need to be able to sustain yourself. That doesn't just pertain to food. It pertains to just all sorts of life energy. Give us this day our daily bread, because that's how we measure the shit through days and nights, like this whole time and stuff like that. Sunrise, sunset is day, but give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our sins. We're going to get some shit wrong. And the way that it used to go, it says in the Bible, the cost of sin is death. If sin happens, certain has to die. That was the old tax. That was the 70% tax. Like, certain has to die. If anything fuck up, I don't care whose fault it is. If we sell one bacon sandwich, somebody gotta get fired. You know what I mean? Like, there's no space for we're not playing that. Do you get what I mean? And so that's to speak to the fact that we are an imperfect being. And in imperfection, there's always going to be some form of failure or mistake. The Bible also says that we're born into sin. And the wages of sin are death. So we, being born into sin, That's why we all have to die. The one thing that's promised in life is death. If nothing else is promised, what you can guarantee is one day you're going to die. We're born into sin, and the wages of sin is death. Cool. So it's like, forgive us our sins. So forgive us for being imperfect. And help us to forgive those that sin against us. Because it's as above as is below, as is external as is internal. So the same way we want forgiveness, we want patience, and we want grace, we have to also reflect that to the world and to the people around us. Because how can we ask for forgiveness if we can't forgive people? Do you get what I mean? It's about mirroring the love of God type shit, if you want to call it that. Lead us not into temptation. In our spirit, in our being, in our fiber, you're not going to make us fall into some fuck shit that's going to end up fucking us over. We'll do that to ourselves, meaning you're not born with a proclivity to want to fucking, I don't know, drink alcohol. There's nothing in your nature that needs you to do that. Your nature's not leading you into sin. Your nature in itself, your being in itself is a perfect being. And as long as you put all the things it needs in it, it will do everything it needs to do. Fact.
Yeah, fact. 100%.
The people that live, I don't want to say the wilderness, but away from this concrete shit that just live off the land, they don't need much, dog.
No,
their daily bread, as it goes on to say. You know what I mean? So again, I'll go back to the shit. Give us this day our daily bread. That's the sustenance. Allow my body to be able to reap from the earth everything that it needs. Meaning, don't put me here in a place where I'm going to die. And that's why the earth gives you everything you need. It gives you air. It gives you water. It gives you sun. It gives you food. Everything you need to just exist as a being, the earth will provide it for you forever, as long as you live in synchronicity with it. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our sins. Forgive those that sin against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil, understanding that although you've not led us into temptation, we more than likely going to get into some fuck shit. And when we get into some fuck shit, nigga, help me. I want to be able to call on something that will help me type shit. Again, that's speaking about the as is above is below type shit. What's the thing? Deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the glory, and the power. Again, that's giving honor and reverence to the spark. Because I understand that all of this power and all of this glory and all of this super metaphysical shit is greater than me. And I'm revering that and I'm honoring that. And that's forever and ever. Amen. Do you get what I mean? And it's like, if someone asks you, what's the meaning of life? The meaning of life is to live. And to live in the purest way, all you need is what the earth gives you. We don't need anything else. The earth gives us everything that we need. All this other shit is by design. So that we think that we need this shit. Because we think that we do, and I'm including myself in that. I'm not excluding myself. There's a lot of this other shit that we think that we need, but we don't. We really don't, you know? And it's, I just think in terms of, even like Muslims, when you kind of look at like the religion of Islam and stuff, and I know, whatever, cool. But when you look at kind of what, just, you know what I mean? Like, and oh, by the way, like, some of the Muslim ladies, oh, Christ in heaven, like, African Muslim, oh my God. Anyway, we get distracted. Anyway. What I'm saying is, when you look at just the religion itself and what the practice of it is and what it says to do, it literally is just a guide to live your life by. It's like, yo, eat this shit, don't eat this shit, pray this many times, because in giving prayer, you're honoring the above. Pray this many times, face the sun when you do it, or face this when you do it. You know what I mean? Carry yourself like this. Let the hair on your body grow. because that's a part of your shit, and like you're a being. Like when you look at the actual shit, it's a beautiful thing. A lot of these religions are like, a lot of them is, again, like with anything, it's people that fuck it up in it. It's people. Like a lot of these ideas and concepts are like really beautiful concepts.
They want to see some of the different shit, but it's like, nah.
And that's like with everything, man. It's just like, I just think that in this life that we live in, just anywhere that life finds you where you are, I think it's always important to find some form of purpose in life, because life without purpose is almost like a fucking sentence, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It's like purgatory almost. You get what I mean? And your purpose doesn't have to be no super grand, mad, whatever. Your purpose could just be getting up every day and smelling the flowers type shit, as whatever that might sound. It's like, it's
just be that.
Because we're beings that are driven by that shit, like innovation, thought, creativeness. Like, it needs what I was talking to you before about inspiration and shit. Like, for me, there's a way that my spirit comes alive when I feel that inspiration. Again, the last rap shit anyway that I did was that 100 Days a Night shit. And again, as soon as you hear something and you can just feel, because to me, I feel connected to whatever is above this world and this realm when that's going on. Like, that's when I feel the purest form of connection. Because again, I'm not trying to sound like that, but when I tell you, when I'm spitting this shit and laying it down, like, I'm not thinking about it. I'll think about it in a practical sense of like, I missaid that, or I can say that better or whatever. But I'm saying the words are coming from a greater place. It's not me trying to figure the words out. Do you get what I mean?
Something and be like, oh yeah, cool, sound cool.
Type shit. It's like the words and the concepts come from somewhere else, and it's like, I feel super connected to source energy at that point. And it's like, I think the thing about human beings is where this being that's been, again, the Bible says that God made man in his image, and taking away the man and the whole gender part of it, it's to say this, the same spark that created us is the spark that we are type shit. And that spark is so malleable and changeable.
If you ain't caught the fact that, like, if you ain't caught that fact yet, nah, you sorely lacking.
Legit. It's like, there's so many.
To get there and realize, recognize.
Even in this, like, corrupted version of world that we live in, meaning these technologies and these things, and I'm not using corrupted in a negative sense purely because there's an argument that some of this shit is really cool. But I'm saying in this unnatural state that we live in, that's a better way to say it, because it is an unnatural state. This isn't of the earth, but the being that we are is a being that was born to create, because we are our Father's child. Do you get what I mean? And if God created all of this shit and he made us just like him, we gonna make some shit. Do you get what I mean? And usually whatever that shit is, it's driven by some sort of purpose, some sort of drive, some sort of desire or goal or something in it. And I think it's important for people to try and find that shit for themselves, whatever that may be, because it's going to be different for different people. It's going to be whatever it's going to be type shit. But I think it's really important to try and find whatever it is that makes you want to live. You know what I mean? Like, again, when man is doing music or clothing or any of these sort of like creative endeavors, it makes man feel alive, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, life can become so mundane sometimes. You like working a day job and you've got responsibilities, and like life can feel so mundane, and like doing these different things just makes man feel alive in it. And it's like,
it brings the life back into it, brings the color back into the shit.
It almost, it makes the shit worth it. That's the best way I can put it. It makes all the shit worth it? Because again, you know, if you were to ask me, and I've said this for a long time, I feel like I'm supposed to be really rich, like financially speaking. Like
Yeah,
I feel like
as a millionaire as well. That's
like yeah, and that's easy to say, but I just mean in terms of the way that I think and like I feel like I should have a lot of financial resources to do things with. I just feel like that's how my life should be. But the thing about that is, again, being the imperfect being, there's always going to be some form of disconnect with something. And where the beauty in life is being able to create despite of that disconnect, because the creation can then connect to that thing. Do you get what I mean? It's like, that's the beauty of life type shit. And sometimes it takes time to figure out, because again, I've kind of, for myself, let me speak, I've kind of come to the, not realization, that's the wrong word, but when I project within myself, just looking, I feel like all of that is still to come. But I don't think it's going to be the music that does it. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay. That's not a problem. But like, for a long time, I was dead set on like, it's going to be the music. It's going to be the music. It's going to be the music. And I feel like it's going to be something else. And that will in turn help the music and help everything else, obviously. But I just feel like, again, the best way I can describe it is, remember when podcasting like kind of first started happening? It was this unknown thing no one really knew, and people tried it and shit changed, and it changed people's lives and shit. I feel like there's a new wave of something that's going to come about, or some realm of something that man had no idea I would even fucking be into. Like, it's going to be something that I'm not expecting. And I feel like that's going to be the thing that clicks things into place.
The thing.
Type shit. Like, because again, even I listened to the Joe Budden podcast in it, and like, it's something he's spoken about a lot, because he was a rapper, in it, and he's spoken about, you know, for a long time, he was just dead set, like, I'm a rapper, that's what I do, like, I'm nice with this shit, like, I'm da-da-da-da-da. And he said for him, it wasn't until he was able to step away from that, which was like his first love, and not give up on it, but be like, in order for me to grow, I have to step away from this thing. And it's like the kind of, again, you talked about doubting self and, oh, you know, but will it work, and will this and will that? And it's like, you have to, ultimately, at a certain point, you have to take a chance on yourself at a certain point for shit to change. And that's something that I wrestle with a lot. Not in terms of ability or being able to do it, but what I realize about myself is gambling with my future is gambling with a lot of people's future. And that's what fucks me up about it. Like, if it was just me, myself, and I faced all the consequences, I'll just ride this shit out until the wheels fall off in it. Like, whatever happens, bro. Like, again, the worst thing that can happen is that you die. And once you make some sort of peace with that, do you get what I mean? But it's like, for me, having responsibilities to other people and stuff and shit like that, it's like, it's not just my future that I'm betting with. It's like, if shit doesn't work, because I think the universal law will make it that if you dedicate 100% of self to something, it has to work. I feel like that is true. But the way that this game is set up, it's set up so that you can never dedicate 100% of self to something unless you make a conscious choice to do so. You know what I mean? And when you're trying to sustain, I guess, in this environment, the environment signs essentially a contract with you where, like tax, bro, we need 40% of self. Let's just take that 40 right out, though, just so that you can't apply 100% to nothing, bro. We're going to take that 40 right out for ourselves. And whether that's time, whether that's resources, whether that's family, friends, whatever, whether that's medical stuff, whatever it may be, the environment always takes its 40% tax. The tax man's always going to come, dog, and he's going to take your shit. And to really bypass that, you have to be willing to say, fuck that karmic tax and invest in shit. And usually when you do that, it causes a lot of unrest in your environment because your environment isn't set up for you to do that. Whether that's relationships with people, whether that's your financial situation, again, whether that's your health and how you're looking after yourself, your mental health, and like it usually has some detrimental effect somewhere. And like that's more so the part that I personally struggle with, where it's like, I don't mind fucking myself up, but I don't want to fuck somebody else up in the process of me doing my shit.
Yeah.
Like that was one of the main things. Like I've never been fucked up, like just to give an example, but like even with like the drinking shit, like it's one thing me fucking myself up and me but it's like this is like starting to spill over to somebody that I love and care about. Like this is like starting to really affect them, and it's like when it becomes that, it's bigger than me. That's how I think about it. Like it's bigger than you type shit, and it's like young Messiah. The whole thing about the Messiah shit is like you give yourself for the people, for the ones you love, for whatever you want to call it. It's like you're a living sacrifice type shit. And if I have to
sacrifice if you don't do nothing about that shit.
Do you get what I mean? And it's like, if I have to sacrifice for the sake of my loved ones, I'm always going to want to do that. And it's, again, that's just me speaking specifically to my situation. It's just, yeah, the karmic law will always take its 40% tax, man.
Yeah, and it doesn't miss
and it's difficult to maneuver around that, man.
Yeah, it doesn't miss them.
It's difficult to build a business when you work full-time, bro. Like, it's just difficult because a business needs time or a huge cash injection. Do you know what I mean? If you ain't got the money, fam, if you have the time to just build it, you can get there. And if you don't have the time, you need to be able to pay to make certain go. Do you get what I mean? It's just, yes, it's a lot, innit? It's a lot.
Nah, it's not easy.
But again, that's the beauty of life, man. It's just, you keep doing it until you don't do it no more. However that comes about. It's just, you keep living until you ain't living no more. You know what I mean? And that's really what it is. So, hey man, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Nothing really matters when we are really the matter. We are the matter that gives matter to life. You know what I mean? We make things matter. We are the matter. You know what I mean? And like, it's just living, I guess. You know what I mean? It's just living, I guess. So,
man, it's like, yeah, ain't no escaping that shit. It just is what it is.
It just is what it is.
You know what I mean?
And you either make peace with it or you don't.
The shit begins. Yeah, the shit starts. And then the shit ends, man.
Yeah.
It's wicked like that, but yeah, it goes like that for everyone.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. What did Molly Bay say? Everybody got the same 24 hours from, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
They killed her for that shit too, fam. They killed her. They killed her.
No, for that shit. She deserved it. She deserved that. That's
you know what's fucked up? You know what's fucked up? I felt her when you said it, but you know, sometimes just wrong messenger. It's just like, you're not the person to cover that. Did it, like, because I felt what she was saying, I got it, but it's like,
I get it.
Because I think Kim Kardashian said the same thing as well. She said like a similar thing, and they killed her too.
Got crucified as well.
I'm not going to send you on a Kardashian rant. Don't worry. I'm just saying she said the same thing, and they killed her too. And it's like, I feel what you're saying, but you're just not the person to say it. Like, you can't say we all have the same 24 hours from a mansion when people is working double shifts to pay their kids. Like, you're just not the person.
Send out Dan Pena, fam. Yeah, that old angry motherfucker, fam. Yeah, send out him, fam. He can say that shit. And I feel that shit in my chest, like, God damn.
Yeah, trust me.
For you, Kim, bruh.
It's the same thing we just said about Tom Cruise saying that he wants more money for his film. Just like, bro, I feel you. because yeah, you bring these fucking, like, I feel you in it, but you just not the person to say it. Like, get someone else to say it, because when you say it, more time people will be like, brother, how much more fucking money do you like? Right message, wrong messenger. Do you get what I mean? Like, yeah,
that's the part, fam.
And that is a mad thing.
Always the case, fam.
That is a mad thing in life, because it happens so much in it, and we live in a time now where they really polarize and villainize people. So even say, a great example is someone like Andrew Tate, for example. Now, I'm not the most familiar with him. I've seen a handful of things, but I'm not like, I wasn't in his thing. But from the things that I've seen, where he's kind of talking seriously about shit, because I understand there was some shit, it was a bit more trolly. Like, a lot of the shit he says, like, I can hear that. Like, I can hear where that's coming from, and that makes sense. Like, I can smell that. But it's like, again, and I know he had a lot of like things that people consider like women bashing and shit like that. I didn't really see none of that shit. Like, I don't really care to watch shit like that, so I didn't really get to see that. But it's like, once a certain stigma is on you in it, like, you can't, like, R. Kelly can't come out now talking about child protection. You know what I mean? It's like, even if that's the right message, you can't say it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you can't come out and be like, nah, we got to look after the children, because, like, you're right. You're right. We do have to look after the children.
Michael Jackson cover from.
Bro, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Listen, 5 times the feds went there and did a sweep, bro, and said, nah, there's nothing, bro. Innocent of everything, bro. But listen, you can't say it, G. Like, you cannot say it. No, fam, no, it don't matter. Don't tell me about innocent. You can't say it, bro. Do you know what I mean? Yes, I'm gonna back you because you was found innocent, but I'm not sending my youth to your crib for a sleepover, like, ever in a day in life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, top shit.
So it's like, yeah, sometimes it's just right message, wrong messenger.
Yeah. But if only it was just like the message is right there.
But do you think that with some people,
about no goddamn that shit, fam?
Do you think that with some people, go on, sorry. No, go ahead.
I'm gonna say the messenger ain't fly, fam. He ain't wearing no Louis V. He ain't wearing no Jordans or nothing like that. Man, this shit can't be the truth, fam.
Nah, legit. And that's like,
he wearing them fake ass replicas and shit. Yeah, nah, his shit can't be legit, fam.
Listen, well, no, actually, it's a third-hand story. But basically, when I kind of first started getting into like space and shit like that, I saw a video of like a homeless dude on YouTube. This is yonks ago. Like, I couldn't point you to the video, but it was like this homeless guy, but he was talking about space in it. And the way he was breaking it down and shit, I had never heard anybody talk about space like that. And he basically, that's kind of helped like form my opinion of the shit now, where he basically was explaining how like space is essentially the ocean. Like, it's not just air that you're floating in. It's like matter, like water is matter, which is why we can't breathe in the shit the same way you can't breathe in water. And the planets aren't just floating. They're magnetized. Like, all the planets are like operate from magnetism. It's like a connected circuit and shit. And the planets basically sit in matter. So if you get like a cup, or like a bowl or something, and turn it upside down before you put it in water and put it face down in the water, there's going to be a pocket of air, even though the whole thing in the water. He said in the same way, like, the planets sit in pockets of this matter, and they're connected through magnetism and shit. Like, but this is a homeless dude talking, like, and someone's just filming this homeless dude. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, to what you're saying about the messenger not looking a certain way, it's like, if you not fucking Oppenheimer in a suit and with this and that, like, niggas ain't expect nothing saying about none of that shit. Do you know what I mean? But the most famous people told you that the world was flat, then they told you it was round, and then they told you it was the center of the universe, and they said no, the sun's the center of the. You know what I mean? Like
and all that carry on, fam.
All that shit. Where really, I have to remember all of this shit. Like even to this day, they call that shit the Big Bang Theory. All of that shit is really just somebody saying, "I think this happened."
Carry on.
Do you know what I mean? Like niggas, that's what a theory is, bro. It's not proven. It's not fact.
Yeah.
It's just like we looked at the shit and we think this happened, and nobody's come up with a better idea than this. So we're just gonna say this happened until someone says that.
Until somebody says, "Oh, actually, this happened."
Oh, actually, it was this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Actually, you're right. Yeah. It's funny about people and fuck.
Well, people are funny.
See, the thing is, we're so quick to kill our God because we want to be independent. But then as soon as we did that shit, we're looking around for somebody to blame for the reason why God is not coming around and fixing everything.
Bro, we kill our God and then look around and say, why has God left us from? Like, why ain't God helping us? God help me. God help me. Oh my God, help me. You know what I mean?
That's the funny thing about people.
You know what? I was watching the Men in Black movies randomly, like the other day. And there was a bar in there and they said, by the way, the Men in Black films, they're definitely worth rewatching as an adult because there's shit in those films where you're like, yo, they were talking about some actual shit in there. Like, they're definitely worth rewatching. Anyway, I was watching the film and it was Will Smith's character. Or was it Tommy Lee Jones? I think it was Tommy Lee Jones, the old white dude. His character. Yeah. He said something so profound. Because this is like the first one, and Will Smith was saying, "Rah, there's aliens and shit. Like, why don't we tell people? Like, people are like, you know, people are smart. People deserve the truth. We should tell them." And Tommy Lee Jones' character said, "Yo, a person is smart, but people are stupid." And I thought that was so profound because it's like, rah. If you talk to somebody one-on-one, you can talk to them and you can really have an elevated level of conversation about some shit.
Yeah, you can have a dialogue.
But then when you start to get into groups of people, that's where that whole like mob mentality thing comes from, isn't it? The idea of people do things they wouldn't normally do because there's a bunch of people doing shit. Do you know what I mean? And normally they would never go around kicking fucking car windows in and shit, but there's this energy with these people and now they're going around doing a madness, like mob mentality type shit. It's like, rah, that's so true. Like, a person is smart, but people are stupid. You know what I mean? Like, I just thought that was profound.
It's because a person is more influenced by what the group is doing than their own, like, they'll more so rely on the group's stimulus or reaction to stimulus than their own reaction to stimulus.
Have you seen those YouTube videos? It's like pranks, and what they'll basically do is like, say like one was like they're going to like a lift in an elevator, and say there's 5 people in the elevator, 4 of the people will be like in on the prank in it, and like one person will just be like a random person, and basically. They'll get in. There'll be one set of like elevator doors. They'll get in, but everybody will face the other way. And then when the person's like, "Why you guys face?" Like, "Oh no, the door opens on this side." And the one person is looking like, "Nah, there's only one door." But because all the other people are facing that way, the person eventually then just turns around like, "Oh well, shit, I must be wrong." Type shit. And obviously the door opens behind them and stuff. But it's like it's like a bunch of different like prank type shits like that. Where just different things, or like they'll be in like a classroom or a meeting room and they'll just face the chairs the other way or something, like, and they're clearly facing the wrong way, but then the one person will be like, "Oh shit, let me turn my chair out." You know what I mean? It's like there's something about groups, and again, we're social creatures in it. Like, we are by design, we're social creatures, so it's
we always were and always will be social creatures. We can't help it.
Can't help it, man.
Because it's like, it stems from, because like the way I always think about it is like, let's say, like ancestors way back. Some of the traits that we have, like, let's say, like, certain things make us more alert, or like, if we see red, it makes us, like, think more danger and thing. It's like, way back here, the ancestors, the first people, I guess, they didn't have the luxury of being like, my God, red, ooh, danger. They just had to be like, yo, that shit look mad. It's coming at me. I need to move out the motherfucking way.
Yeah, and pass that information on.
Yeah. And then they tell everybody that, yo, whenever you see this thing doing this thing, you need to get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then obviously, down the line, all that turns to like, it turns to things, you know, like how certain animals like horses and goats and whatever, they pop out the womb and then they just like start running around after a couple hours.
Yeah.
It's like, that's code that's hard written into the DNA of the thing.
Yeah. It doesn't even know why it does that. It just knows its being is written to do that. It
just knows that, like, as soon as I come out of this war, be running now.
Yeah. Because as he said, that's like, it's muscle memory that's passed on through the DNA in it. Like, we talk about that shit all the time, but like, you just look at nature and animals and see that, like, literally all of that information, all of that stuff that's gained through the one life cycle of the mother and the father, I guess, in that case, is all passed on to the new one, where as soon as you're out here, bro, you gotta be walking around, fam. Like, ain't none of this time for no goo goo gaga shit, my nigga. Like, you gotta, depending on the environment,
around for you to get eaten by no lions and shit in the wild, fam. Ain't nobody got time for that, fam. You better get your shit together and start running with us.
Yeah, fam, and quick, dog. Because we've already established that Jesus ain't coming back to save nobody. You know what I mean? So you better start getting to it.
And Jesus in the background, like, nah, definitely not coming, guys. Yeah.
Jesus, like, nah, he right. You know, fam, I'm definitely not coming back. Jesus just got his new Netflix account.
Coming back,
he's like, nah, I'm good. I did my time, dog. Like, I served my bid, fam. I didn't snitch on nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I served my time. Yeah. Let me enjoy the feast.
Yeah, they ain't gonna give no secrets, fam. The man tried to say I snitched here, but all I said was they don't know what they're doing. I didn't snitch, bro.
They say no names. They put no
historic record, bro. Go search it right now, fam. Yeah, man said forgive them for they not know not what they do, bro. That's not snitching. I just said they don't know what they're doing. Allow them in it. I didn't snitch, bro.
That's facts. Yeah. It's not snitching, that's facts.
Any one of them man talking about, especially Judas, no pussy or crap. What's he saying? Talking about, this is snitch. Yeah. He the realest, fam. He the realest, fam.
Alright, and tell him I'm gonna see him too, fam. I don't care if he killed himself, bro. Tell him I'm gonna see him too.
On the block, bro. Yeah, don't worry about that. Yeah, Judas. Yeah, don't forget me, you know, fam.
Yeah, because I ain't forgot you, bro. Because I ain't forgot you, bro. Type shit. Type shit.
Because I ain't forgot you, fam. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, though.
Yeah, but Jesus, been about 30 years since all that. Yeah, nah, man, still ain't forgot, bro.
Nah, don't tell him. Like, listen, I told you, bro. My daddy's daddy is time, dog. My granddaddy is time. Don't tell me how long it's been, bro. I ain't trying to hear none of that, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to hear anything about that.
Granddad right now.
Granddaddy time,
grandfather time. Like 10 minutes, man.
Tight shit, man.
That's all I can report. Nah, it's official business, I swear down. It's official business, I swear down. Now, for real this time, it's official business.
For real this time.
But like, for real this time. There's somebody that's testing the whole story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just gotta show them in it. I just gotta show them. Yeah, I just gotta.
For real,
that's so funny. That's so funny.
Yeah, said it last time, but yeah. Nah, this is not about y'all this time, fam. Nah. I promise, fam. It's not, fam. It's ain't.
Now you can check. It's not even about that.
I'm not even trying to drag y'all this time, fam. I was minding my business, fam. And all of a sudden, I know it sounds like the thing that I said last time about I was minding my business and shit. But this time for real, I literally was minding my own business. And then all of
a sudden,
all of a sudden, shit. And, oh shit, man, I need to plug my phone into the power.
To be fair, man. I think we might have done it as well, you know, bro. I think we might have done it as well, to be fair. Like,
I don't think we have reached, though, to be honest.
Oh, no, not the fault. I mean, we can definitely keep it pushing if you want to, like, I'll be fair. Because what I was going to say is whenever I say that, it's usually because we've reached 4 in it. Like, so let me rephrase. Not that we've done it like that, but I'm saying I've talked about everything I want to talk about, to be fair. Like, you know.
We didn't, Wait. At the start of this broadcast, I told the people to pay the railways people, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Nah, you definitely got that in, bro. Pay the people.
Fam. Yeah, pay them, man, fam. Yeah, that's all.
That's all I want. That's all I want to say. That's all I want.
That's all I got.
Nah, people, we appreciate you, man. Again, this has been episode 111, episode 111. That's the 1 3 times over. Yeah.
Try to do the hand signal like a gangster, fam. Yeah, I'm not that, fam. Shit look ridiculous, fam. How do you do a treble 1, fam?
You just gotta put your finger up, then put it down, then put it up, then put it down, then put like you do the disco dance to it.
Yeah, shit looked ridiculous, like I was doing a little victory dance or something. No.
Oh God. But people, we appreciate you, man. As we always say, make sure you if you haven't already, follow myself and follow Will on the Stereo app. As we record obviously here week to week. We've been away a little bit, so we appreciate everyone that's gone to the YouTube page. In the time we're off, obviously, episode 109, the Chaos episode, as well as the last one, 110, are up there, so you can listen to those too. And definitely, if you haven't, make sure you go and subscribe to the YouTube page. Yeah, make sure you go and do that. You're not going to see any promo anywhere else for any time being, so make sure you go there, because that's where all the episodes are going to go. But again, I just want to thank my guy Will, not only for his time today, but again for his time over the carnival weekend and shit. Man, I appreciate you making the time. I know it was a mad thing for you getting back, so just want to big you up and salute you, dog.
Yeah. I appreciate being brought from.
Nah, it was a beautiful time. It was a beautiful time.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah, man. I also want to big up. Nah, for real, man. And again, I also just want to big up Mama Francis one time. It's SaJane's kitchen.
Yeah. Like I said, I still want to shirt from.
You get me? Absolutely bodied it, man. I'm so proud of her.
Nah, I mean, of all the people that were there working, you're much from she work, bro.
Yeah, man.
Everyone else can say what they like, and they said this, and I work like this, and I work like that. Yeah, nah.
And that's what I was telling her, man. That's what I was telling her. I was like, nah, man, you did it. You did. She's like, well, no, you guys. Like, yeah, no, we did what we did. We were all here because of what you did. Like, none of this is here without you. You know what I mean? Like, none of this is here without you. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, I just want to send a massive shout out to her. Massive shout out to her. Make sure, as I said, you are locking with us next week. We should be here again, probably around next week. Probably Friday, I reckon. Probably Friday. But we'll see. We'll see. That's great life and stuff. But nah, until we check y'all again, my brother Will, appreciate you, dog.
I appreciate you too, my boy.
Big love, big blessings, you know what I mean? All of that. I'll ask you to mute yourself. I'll ask you to mute yourself. Oh shit. Yeah.
Oh,
you gotta find your put my shit. Because he off the wireless, and I keep forgetting he off the wireless.
Nah, because I had to put that shit on charge for him, and that shit is very much wired.
Oh, excuse me.
Let me, those voice notes, but alright, cool. Let me.
You want me to play them?
Yeah,
fuck it, yeah.
Play.
Nah, big up for nothing, bro. Nobody's listening to this shit, yo. Let me up to the panel, nigga.
Yeah, your mom, fam. Your fucking mama. You fucking dumb, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. He even brought you here, fam. Yeah, your fucking mum, bro. Yeah. What now?
Like that, bro. Like,
to the fucking
and I second that, fam.
Like you fucking own this shit, bro. Yeah. Suck your. In fact, wait. In the words of Jeremy, fam, suck your that great nutty and God's back crease root boy. Yeah, something like that kind of thing. The kind of effect in the words it was fam.
You know what? Yeah. You know what? I used to not want to even play like those voice notes because it's like, fuck, we don't need the energy. But I love that Will cuss them and rinse them out every single time. So now it's like, nah, I'm playing them, but fuck that, bro. Because it's just beautiful that every time Will's like, no, your mom, bro, your dead great grandma, boy. Like, nah. You could suck a fancy your dad's rack to it. Like Will will just go crazy in it.
That, bro. Yeah, all that, bro. Yeah, all that, bro. Yeah. All that. Play the other one.
Mate, if you've got a fucking woman, that ain't giving you the same back when you're working and that, she ain't the fucking one, mate. She's just a lazy little bitch and needs to learn how to make a sandwich, bruv.
Right. I mean, there's so many elements of that I kind of can agree with, but yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not quite sure where in the conversation that would have come in. That might have made sense while we was talking. Yeah, that might have made sense while we was talking about it. I don't know. Like, I guess.
That's again. You know what I mean? I mean, this might get us labeled. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna say too much, but I mean, shit, that's crazy. Also,
I just let it be like that, innit? Like, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, nah. You feel me?
See what man said that? Nah. Because I was thinking, and I was thinking, hold on, nah.
Type shit.
He did that still. He did that.
Oh my god. Alright. Let's play this music and get the fuck out of here.
I said it was. Me.
Hey, shout out to Super Life for Real. Drizz OnlyMans podcast. Yeah. OnlyMans podcast. Man, this shit for real. Hey. Man, this shit for real. OnlyMans podcast. Say that shit for real. For real. Yeah. Man, that shit for real. OnlyMans podcast. Talking about some mad shit. Ain't nobody playing about these niggas like Marilyn Manson. Damn. Man. My diamonds be dancing. Talking about investments, romance, man shit, yeah, man shit, yeah. None of that he say bullshit. Whoa, man shit, yeah, man shit, yeah. Hey, we're mad in demand, bitch. Hey.
Man.
Yes.
I'll be in the room looking like a 2003 Missy Elliott video. Yeah, we having a great time.
And bro, it's like we said before, fam. The simplest shit, fam. It's not crazy complex. It's not no mad lyrical. But it's just a vibe, bro, and a bop, fam. You know what I mean? Yeah, fam. It just hit, bro. It just hit. Alright, people. Yeah, we appreciate you, dog. This has been episode 111 of the OnlyMans podcast, yeah? Until we see y'all again. Yeah?
We'll be back.
My brother Will, we shall talk soon, yeah?
We will be back.
We be back. Don't worry, dog.
Nah, but for sure, we'll speak, man.
We'll speak in a bit, yeah? Alright, peace, love, blessings, and all that. Peace.